Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to KIRBYCRAFT. We've been abandoned by our K today.
It's not K. Okay. Kirsty's away doing cool stuff.
It does sound
so
amazing.
it's just the two of us.
I'm happy that she's having such a lovely weekend. I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, I'm just happy, I guess. So no Minecraft today. I am as sad about it as you, I promise. So instead, me and Briony were just gonna do some chill. So I hope you guys are in the mood for something chill today. We're just gonna chill, have a chat. Me and Briony are good at that. Yesterday, we were supposed to play Ace Attorney, and we spent 1 hour 20 minutes before the game just talking about stuff.
Yeah. And then we only
got
played
very
the
little
game
lawyering
for 10
done.
minutes
We
more.
only played the game for 1 hour 30 minutes. Yeah, we were really bad at it, but yeah.
It's good to have a chat, though.
It is good. I like it.
It's good
great
to
fun.
talk.
Think of it as a podcast, you know?
There used to be an advert that the tagline was like, "It's good to talk," but I can't remember who it was. Does anyone remember? It's very, very UK. It's like 10 years ago or something. It's good to talk. Anyway. Maybe it was for Frank. Talk to Frank, yes! Talk to Frank. That's who you were meant to talk to. It was just this big campaign about drugs. Talking about drugs.
Talk to Frank about drugs. He'll hook you up. He'll get you what you need.
If you see this, talk to Frank. I don't know why Frank. Frank was maybe an imaginary person, maybe a real person. I don't know. I didn't ever need to talk to Frank. I was blessed. I'm sure he was lovely.
That's nice.
I thought Frank stood for something. Frickin' won't have no crack.
I don't think crack is spelled with a K, but otherwise it checked out for sure, though. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of it was definitely.
I was believing you until
right.
the K. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. So we were thinking today we were just gonna do some power washing. Power wash. Some power wash simulator, which is perfect for Lego talk. Basically, just brain off talking. So should I start career and then invite you, or
yeah, you can invite me.
Okay. All right.
I guess do I have to start career as well? Do I? Oh, join a player's code.
No, I don't think so. I think I just I think I just need to give you the code.
It might pop up. Yeah, if you give me the code. But how am I gonna? Wait. Dav, maybe don't show the screen just yet in case it shows the code. We've got Dav joining us today, and that's exciting because he's a very good egg. What a good egg. If you thingy it to me.
I'm trying to figure it out. It's saying waiting for assistant.
Oh.
Invite friend. No, I want to give you a code. Hold on.
Please be patient. You're doing great. Doing great, sweetie.
You're doing great, Dad.
Are you winning, son?
Code. Yeah. Code.
I'm in a slightly weird mood because I spent the morning. I suddenly had this urge. I had like an idea for a TikTok I wanted to do, and then I just did it. And then I suddenly realized I had.
Are you on Discord, Kirsty? Can you see if I typed?
Excuse me.
You heard me.
I heard you call me Kirsty.
Oh. It's because I went to Discord and click and I saw Kirsty's name as soon as I did it.
I'm on Discord, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's the code.
Oh, I'm not even typing. What a noob.
Lemao, everyone make fun.
No. Okay, I should be joining you now. I think the screen should be safe to show now. Wonderful,
I
Dav.
suspect.
Thank you. It says downloading dirt. Loading in the filth. Wait, that house you're looking at looks awful clean.
It's pretty clean, but it's not entirely clean. I think it's 68% done.
Oh, that's almost nice. Very almost nice. You're gonna get it up to that.
Oh no. It's vibrating my controller when I use it. That's the sound.
Hello.
Hello. You have these like floaty jumps. It's really weird looking.
Yeah, they're like almost anti-gravity jumps.
Yeah.
So, I upgraded my thingamabob.
Me too. I've got the Urban UX2 or something.
I realized something earlier today.
Yeah.
That was basically you have somehow, we streamed together on like all of my anniversaries. Because
Really?
we were streaming together for my streamiversary. Next Thursday is my yogaversary, and we'll be doing Thursday. And then on Saturday, it was mine and Kirsty's streamiversary, and of course we did the Plate-Up tournament together. And then out of curiosity, I looked up when my wedding anniversary is, and it's on a Thursday, and I was like, so I might be streaming with Rythian.
I mean...
We've somehow
I'm
planned
flattered.
it that you're my anniversary buddy.
Yeah, I guess I am, yeah.
I
mean,
bought
that's pretty
myself a new outfit, but I don't know how to change... Oh, clothing.
Yeah, I was gonna buy one too, but I didn't in the end. But I do think we all kind of look the same, don't we? So it's probably good to get an outfit.
I put on a pink outfit.
Nice. Do you have any special gloves and stuff? Or
I put on pink gloves
as well?
but
Yeah.
I don't have any special things for the whatchamacallit.
I think there's a ladder here somewhere. There we go.
Ladder. So one thing fitting because Rythian, he put me into streaming and he can take me out. Relying on you to cancel me. Yeah, it's like mine and Bree's Yogsaniversary next Thursday.
Did you both start the same? Well, you didn't start the same day, but
No,
well,
but
you
we
did start the
got-
same day, but not on the same year, basically.
No, we got announced in the same tweet.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's fair.
So
Both of you had been
theoretically-
streaming before, though.
Theoretically, I
You
was
just
only
were-
the newest Yog.
Only yogs at a certain point. Like it was inevitable. Like once you started streaming, that you would be yogsy boys and girls.
Yog
But
boys.
yog boy.
But yeah, I was only the newest member of the Yogscast for the time it took for people to read the rest of the tweet and see Bree's name as well.
So it's like, welcome to our newest member, Briony. Yeah. And Bree. Ah, well, there you go. That's how long it lasted.
But it was nice joining together. But our first anniversary, we did a thing together. But then last year, I think we didn't get to for some reason. I can't remember.
Bree's too big for you now. He's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go slummets anymore. You know.
I understand. It's fine. But we did a really nice Sea of Thieves stream together where we got our communities to fill out. We did like a little AMA thing. And we asked each other questions from that. It was very nice. It was a very nice stream.
That does sound nice.
Look at you just floating in the air.
I'm on a ladder. Do you not see the ladder? How dare you?
No.
I put on the turbo nozzle. And
Oh my gosh. So, we decided that today I get to ask Rythian about the law, not the crime law, the
Crime lore?
the BlackRock law.
Oh, law.
Law.
I see. You were doing a British thing. Yeah.
It's funny because all our words mean the same thing.
Yeah. They're spelled entirely differently. And some reason. Oh, have you heard about the law? I'm sorry. What was the word you were talking about there? Is it LORE or LAW? You know, the law.
The law. It's the law. So there's this TikTok account that I think you would really like because it basically just talks about broken English. And
Sounds good.
they had one the other day, but it's always like as if it's the person who invented English coming up with the thing, coming up with the language. So yesterday was one that was like, okay, so what have we got? We've got jar, yep. We've got car, yep. We've got far, yep. And then they're like, okay, what about a W? And they're like, war. They're like, wait, sorry, wait, what? Jar, car, far.
What? No, war.
Okay. It's always stuff like that. It is.
Yeah, okay. I do think I would like that TikTok because yes, that's the type of stuff that drives me mad.
My first question.
Okay, here we go.
So why answer it. Why do you hate?
Why won't you answer the question, Rythian?
Why do you hate my baby boy? Why do you hate the Endermen when they're just clearly so... Oh my gosh, actually, I met a thing yesterday. Oh,
yeah?
Wait, no, I shouldn't admit that. I was watching someone else play Minecraft.
What? You're watching other people play
with my hands on my computer. But it wasn't me.
Oh no.
But
are you just playing like a little on our server or just on your own single player or what?
I tried out a different mod pack. Well, I tried out one mod pack for an hour that just crashed every time I pressed play. And then I tried a different mod pack that worked.
I see. Just single player stuff or what?
Well, I was trying to play with Alex, but he was getting very angry to the point where the server that we finally ended up playing on was called Guess I'll Die. It was like, join local server. Oh.
Guess I'll die.
You okay, darling? But I saw this thing. What was it, like a satyr or something? It's like, that was terrifying. That was like the Enderman, but really mean and bad. And it just made me miss my little boy even more.
Yeah. Even though you were chased and almost killed by one.
Oh, but that's my fault. Time. Like, I disrespected
How is it your fault? Because you accidentally looked at him.
Yeah, he has boundaries, and I should have respected those, and I didn't. I looked him square in the face. Beautiful face.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so that's on me. That's 100% my fault.
I see. That's fair, I guess.
So why do I hate my beautiful
Enderman?
boy? Yes.
This is such a long story.
We've got 3 hours.
We've got time. To make any kind of sense of it, I have to go back to the night that pain started. No, sorry, that's from Max Payne.
That's a lot.
So we started our Minecraft series, and it started. It started kind of flippant. Like, a lot of the lore and story that came into Blackrock was in no way planned from the beginning. You know, that's not at all the plan.
Yeah.
So much to the fact that the very original skin, like I had, was just something I had before we did a series about it. I just found it online somewhere and like, that looks cool, and I used it. And it had ender eyes on its body, like there was a necklace and there was like the cloak or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool. I always thought Enderman was like a cool and interesting looking mob, so like that's a cool sort of design to run with.
Yeah.
And then we started doing our thing, and originally the plan was all about like getting revenge on Duncan and Shin and so on, because they exploded the last world or whatever. But ultimately, like I wanted to start making the story more about, basically not about other people, because it was getting weird when people were taking our storyline arguments and taking them too seriously and assuming we hated each other in real life or whatever, or. Also, the fact that doing storyline with them means that now all of a sudden I had other people I had to schedule with and plan with and make story with, and they might not want to do our story, and ultimately. So as a villain, ultimately, like if I wanted to say like, okay, well, I mean, the ultimate villain at the time was the Ender Dragon. So yeah, let's go for it.
Is the Ender Dragon related to Endermen? I just said,
yes.
Does the Ender Dragon related?
Does the Ender Dragon relate? You know, some,
I speak
some
English
relation.
good.
Yeah. And part of that made it so that like I started building up the lore and story of who Rythian was, because I like in the past, like in the current, I always love being mysterious, edgy, cool guy. That's my jam. That's my style.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I was masked. People couldn't see my face. I kept implying like lore of my past and all kinds of that stuff. And it was really fun. But ultimately, like, I had a bunch of ideas exactly of what the lore was being. Ultimately, it was revealed that my character, like Rythian of Blackrock's story, was that long ago he was a human boy whose parents were scientists who figured out like a way to make a portal to the end, which is the realm where the Enderman was,
Yeah.
and then they died, and he was like taken in by the Ender Dragon, and was like raised to be not in a nice way.
Oh.
He was like raised to be like a general and like to learn to combine the strength of humans and normal human people with like ender magic and the like to lead a war against the normal world.
Yeah.
And I also wrote like a story, which I think you can still find on, which I know you can still find on my Tumblr, about like a little bit of a backstory for what happened to make the end.
Yeah.
And anyway, ultimately, like, Rythian has a lot of bad memories of the Endermen because they are basically, they used to be normal people, but because of a bunch of things that happened, they are now these like horrible twisted mutants.
No, they're
And,
cute. The little cuties that just want to hold blocks.
The reason they hold blocks is because
It's adorable.
their homeworld has nothing in it after what happened to them. So they want to steal energy and matter and mass from our world and bring it back home to rebuild it. Which is why they're taking stuff.
How can you not feel sorry for them not having a world anymore?
Listen, they're barely sentient at this point. They just operate on instinct, you know? That's why.
Even cuter.
What? How is that? That's not cute. So basically they're like long enemies of Rythian, and in fact, because Rythian is spent a lot of time in the end, like his part of his magic and his essence has become infused with the end, which is why he's called Enderborn. And a lot of people sort of suspected that he was an Enderman, you know, like so under his mask he had like an Enderman mouth and so on, and that's not quite true because he is human. But when he was young and didn't know any better, all the people around him, when he was a young boy, all the Endermen around him and stuff looked a certain way, and he looked different. So he wanted to change that. So he took a knife and he cut his cheeks open so he would have as wide a smile as the Enderman did. And that wasn't good. That's why. So now he has like a bunch of scars and stuff, and he's ashamed of that. So he heads as a mask on. I also have like this. What are you drawing? Are you drawing an Enderman? No.
The angle gave it. No.
I ruined this.
My beautiful boy.
Anyway, that was the story. I also had a weapon that was extra strong against Enderman, which also hurt me when I held it. So that's why I had like bandaged arms and stuff. So that's why I hate Enderman, because they basically killed my family and made my life took me away from a normal life.
But not all of them.
According to the lore.
Aren't they good ones? You can't judge them all.
I mean, in the story, no, there aren't good ones, basically. In the story, like, There's basically only the Ender Dragon left that has any sort of like real thought and sentience about it for the most part.
Yeah.
Most everyone else don't have. I mean, this is my story. I don't know if there's any actual story in Minecraft or anything. This was just how I wrote it for our story. Mine
Oh,
and
I
Zoe's.
see. It's just propaganda against the poor little boys with their little blocks that they just want to hold.
Well, I mean, you'll have to ask them to hear their side of the story, I guess. But yeah,
I will.
good. We're almost done. We're 99% done. How do we see the thing again?
So if you press escape,
It was just escape, yeah.
yeah, if you click on a thing, it should
Posts,
start.
railings,
It should
window
start
frames,
flashing
blueprints.
when you look at it.
Railings.
Railings. Oh yeah, with Zoe. How did Zoe feel about the Enderman?
I don't think she had any particular personal opinions about them. They were monsters. They were around in the world and they were monsters. You have to understand that most people's reaction to Enderman isn't like yours. Oh! It's like, oh shit, Enderman, because they're like dangerous. They hit hard, they attack you, they go crazy if they see you look at them and so on. They're like monsters, right? So
But I guess because I come from a background of like working with animals, and I just know that you just have to respect their boundaries. You can't tell a dog off for being a dog, you know. Like, and if Enderman's just gonna ender.
No, you can't just say that you're gonna respect someone inherently. Like if what they do is hurt people and do crazy things, right? You can't just say, oh, that's just how they are. We should let them be. No, like that's not.
Well, it's like when people say shark-infested water. It's like, no, it's water. That's where they live.
Yeah. Well, I think people say shark infested because, and what they mean is like shark inhabited is really what they mean. Yeah.
And Minecraft is just an Enderman inhabited world, and we should respect that.
No, Enderman is not the only thing that lives in Minecraft, Briony. A lot of different things in Minecraft. Why aren't you so happy about creepers? Like, why are they good?
I don't understand
What
going
about
on with
zombies,
their feet.
skeletons?
There's something about creepers that gives me the. I don't know. It's like. I can't unsee looking as if they have just massive balls, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's not in a cute way, like when tanukis have massive balls. I can get behind that. I'm like, hee. But when it's them, I'm a bit like, no.
I need to find the gutters.
Are you a gutter snipe? You're gonna snipe the gutters.
Yeah, with my water beam. Zoe had a lot of her own stories going on. We were obviously combining them in the story eventually. She was the Mushroom Princess. She came from the what was the realm called? The fairy realm?
Oh, that sounds nice.
Aether realm? Like, yeah, she had a lot more bubbly, pretty fun stuff happening.
Yeah.
Than me. I was the edgy. I was the
brooding.
edgy boy. You know, I was the broody edgy boy. Yeah, I say was. I still am. But yeah, I found
Let me pick up the ladder.
I found a bunch of my old stories I wrote with a bunch of friends yesterday. Have I gone to set myself to walk mode or something?
Oh, you've already done the roof.
Yeah, the roof is done. I'm trying to find the gutters that we're supposed to do. I clicked them, but they're not lighting up to me or flashing.
That one's done. I think there was one. Can you imagine if you were just watching someone clean a roof and they were just
They're jumping around,
running
on the roof?
around
Yeah.
on it? I think there is
I
another
don't
one down
see where we're
here.
going.
Oh, this one is filthy.
Filthy. I got the window. Yeah, I found the stories from when I was really young, and I was like writing stories on a forum with a bunch of friends and things.
Yeah.
Which is where the name Rythian came from originally. And oh boy, I wasn't a great writer back then. I was still 100% edgy. That was my jam. That's what I was doing.
Was it like, and then the bad guy was mean because he was a mean bad guy, and then it...
No, it wasn't that bad.
Once upon a time.
No, it was more just very stereotypical, you know? Very
Yeah.
why is the ladder now up there?
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't know.
sorry. You can get it down if you, like, there's no range for you to pick it up. So it's like, there you go.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Well, I don't even know where the last thing is. A bunch of 99ers now.
Let me have a look. Posts.
So I click it. I don't see it lighting up when you click it. How does it light up?
Work in.
I clicked wooden trims and I don't see anything.
It might not work in 2-player mode.
Oh, that would be really dumb.
Wait, post? Something was just coming up as being dirty. What was it? Oh no, it is flashing. Can you see? You see this
Where?
one I'm stood next to? Is that flashing for you?
Yeah. No. Which one is this? Is this posts?
This is post.
Oh, now it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Nice. I think this railing is dirty as well. Dirty. Oh yeah.
There we go.
Window
frame.
frame. Wooden trim. Would you ever change
It was that window, but I've gotten that one.
your real name to Rythian?
No,
By
because that would be the
Deed
opposite
poll.
problem. The only current problem I have is that people find it hard to pronounce it in English and whatever, right?
yeah.
The people think I'm Spanish, so they say Joaquin or whatever, you know. But if I were to become Rythian, it would be hard to pronounce in Swedish, so that wouldn't help.
You could
I need like a
just-
name that it's easy to pronounce in both, like
Bob.
David or John or something like that, like something basic and
Well,
basic old and biblical,
John would be Jean in
Yeah, John. It'd be John.
French. Jean Valjean.
Jean Valjean.
Wooden trim. Have I not checked all of the wooden trims?
I don't know, man.
There's one up
It's
there.
just. I hate it. This is my most hated bit about this game. Hunting down the last 99%. That is,
Ah, see, I actually quite like it because it makes
yeah.
it good and satisfying when you finally do.
So here's
find
what
it.
so when you are cleaning something huge, it auto cleans when you hit like 90 whatever percent,
Yeah.
That feels weird because you have like a big bit in the middle and then bing, it's done, and it's like, oh.
Yeah,
But
I
then
was wondering
you're
if
at-
that was a setting you had on because it's not been.
No,
like that
that's
for
just
me.
by default. And
Ah.
but then there's something small and you're lacking one little dot and that's it. And it's because it's just percentage wise. Whereas like 2% of a massive thing can be still a pretty big thing that feels weird when it's automatically finished. But 2% of a tiny thing can be really annoying.
Teeny tiny. You could be Stephen with a PH. Stephen. Could you be
Stephen?
Stephen?
I'd be in Swedish, I'd be Stefan then probably.
Oh. So there's meant to be two wooden. You're a wooden trim.
You're wooden trim.
Your face is a wooden trim. That's not that
Ah,
one.
got him. I
I
don't see anything lighting up.
had a. This is completely unrelated. I apologize.
That's fine.
I had a worry on the bus earlier because is this wooden trim? No, that's door frame. Boo. I like 2 months ago. It's probably one of those things that you shouldn't tell people. 2 months ago, when you have a pocket in the inside of your coat.
Yeah.
I put my favorite bra. Not that it's difficult to have a favorite because they're all horrible. They're all torture
Yeah,
devices.
so whatever is the least bad
Yeah, the
automatically becomes
least
your favorite.
bad
Yeah.
bra into that inner pocket. And it wasn't in
Yeah.
there. I suddenly remember. Oh, I found one of the wooden trims. I suddenly remembered that
Nice.
I'd done that on the bus today, but it wasn't in there. And I'm like, have I accidentally thrown it out somewhere? And I don't know where. So if you find one around Bristol, anyone, it might be mine.
You find a bra, it's probably mine.
Sorry. I definitely had it on New Year's Eve because I went out for coffee with it.
Hey,
Yay!
job complete.
I went out for coffee with a friend and I
Nice.
remember seeing it in my coat and trying to hide it because I was like, they're probably going to think that's weird, that being in there.
Well, I mean, first of all, that's a big pocket to fit the bra, I guess. Though then again, I guess you can thrust it together pretty small, I suppose.
Yeah, it was folded. But it's like a mesh pocket, so you can see what's in there.
Okay. All right, we're doing this. We're doing the shoe.
The shoe. There's an
Where are you?
achievement for... Where are you? Oh, there you are. There's an
There you
achievement
are,
for
hello.
cleaning the sole last, if you would like
Okay.
to do that.
What? I mean, but the sole? So you mean inside?
No, the bottom bit of the shoe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, sure.
Silly. I meant the
I'm not
sole, not
necessarily-
the sole of the shoe. The
Yeah,
sole.
apparently, yeah, on me. That's on me. Oh, this isn't. This isn't dirty either. This is just a help, I guess.
Dirty. So yeah, it's lost somewhere now. I must have put it somewhere sensible, but I suddenly realised I've not seen it in ages, and then I realised it's because it was in my coat. Where did it go? I probably should just buy a new one at this point.
I can't say that's a problem that's ever happened to me.
You've
It's
never
because I don't wear bras.
put your bra inside your coat pocket and then accidentally
Can't
thrown it
say I
off
have.
the bus one day.
No, why would you throw it off the bus in the first place?
Well, this is the thing. I'm worried that maybe I pulled something else out the pocket and it threw out somewhere or something. I don't know.
I see.
I don't know. It could be anywhere in Bristol by this point. There was a logical reason for why I put it in the pocket in the first place. I then just forgot that it was in there, which is the problem. But yeah, I can't remember why I was thinking about that now. Okay, next, BlackRock question.
Okay.
What was like, how, this is just spoilers. How did you decide to end it? What was the point that you reached that you were like, we've told this story now, we're done? Or were you like, we're not done, it's just that we forgot to ever do it again and we should go back to it?
We
Or-
forgot, yeah. The simple fact is that it started becoming really difficult to do. We started putting in a lot of effort in things and a lot of work. I say we, but it was mostly Zoe. She was putting in a lot of work building sets and stuff. I did some. It's not like I did nothing, but she definitely did most of the work.
Were you a bit of a diva, just turning up late, hungover, sunglasses covering your bags under your eyes, making demands?
No,
I said only blue Smarties. What is this? I get it. I get it.
And you know, it like any sort of long running thing, we liked what we were doing, but it also started becoming exhausting. We put a lot of
Yeah.
time and effort into it, and it didn't help that because we were doing it like on the same server as all the other people. Whenever they changed the server, we were kind of forced to go along with it, and then
yeah.
they changed mod packs and stuff, and it's like, oh, a lot of the stuff we had in our stuff for this story now has to sort of change, you know, and like that was weird as well. What the fuck? I just got a message from Martha Hubbard.
Is it the one saying you've got a dirty butt? Or something
You've got a
like
stinky
that?
butt, but
Yeah.
How did she know?
She's hidden in the shoe.
Oh no. And so we kept like post by, we'll do it at that point, and we should fix this, and then like, yeah, it never finished, and it was unfinished for a long time. And I think honestly, the thing I feel the most guilty about is that I should have just decided earlier that it's finished. It's done. We're not making any more of it.
Yeah.
Rather than just sort of sitting on it. Yeah, one day we'll see. Who knows, that sort of thing. Like I feel like that was just giving people false hope mostly. So that was a bit of a shame.
To give people more false hope, if you could ever, like, have you ever thought about if you were to do just one more? Is there like a bit of the story you would want to tell now, or like anything you would like to amend or add on? Addendum.
Well, ultimately, like, I posted about it on like people asked questions, and I was like, I feel like at this point on, so many people have written like fanfics and fan art and so on, and sort of taken the world and written their own stuff that I was happy to like give it over to them so that they could continue their story. But I also knew that there were like a lot of specific questions that people wanted to know. So I just like, all right, here I'm just gonna kind of dryly write down just the most commonly asked questions and answer them, such as like, who is Rythian? What's his deal? What's going on with Zoe, etc., 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 etc. Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I did that. So I wrote down a big post telling people about like, this is who Rythian was, this is his backstory, this is what's up with his scars and why he wears a mask. This is his origin about this, and ultimately like what the plan was if we were to continue. What was the? Sorry, I should have looked at chat. Chat, what was the name of the fairy realm? The place we went to? It has a name. I just can't remember for some reason. Twilight something? Twilight realm? Twilight realm? Was it the Twilight Zone? Twilight realm? Twilight realm. It was Twilight realm. Okay, yeah. Because the last thing that really happened in the show, so to speak, was that we went to the Twilight Realm and Rythian couldn't use his magic anymore. And they explored there for a bit, and then they found like a labyrinth or like a cave or something, and that was basically where it ended.
Yeah.
And people were like, okay, where's it going from here? So the plan was that in the Twilight Realm we were going to find out that this was where Zoe came from. Like she was the Mushroom Princess, like the rightful ruler and so on.
Yeah.
And I sort of wove, it sounds so pretentious, I wove this tapestry of story. But like I wove together the origin of the Twilight Realm and the end and the normal world to be like different realms that have like different effects on the story and what everything came from and so on.
Yeah.
But yeah, Zoe was supposed to be from there, and we were supposed to find out that because she had like lost her memory like on Origin for the very first episode where she fell from the sky after like the very old world, like the pre-Tekkit world that we were just sort of playing in, us as a group before we actually made videos on it. That had ended with people just showing off mods, and then they just nuked it. And then I started my story after that. The idea being like, all right, the world has been nuked. Here's where we're going, and I'm gonna have revenge. And that's what we started doing the thing.
Yeah.
And the idea we're gonna have is that like, oh, so he doesn't remember who she was, and we were gonna find out who she was at this point, pretty much. And yeah, she was gonna be from there, and she was gonna have like a bunch of nature powers and so on, because that was kind of her thing. She had mushroom powers and the like.
Ooh.
Yeah, the place with the Hydra, because we fought the Hydra in the show and killed it.
What else?
And T was there as well.
Who?
Do you remember T? Was T before your time?
Before my time. Someone was asking me
Yeah.
this yesterday. I think Rabs was asking
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Either that or I do, and I'm a bad person and I've forgotten. I was just wondering because I've been thinking recently about how nice it must be for Neil Druckmann to have this like rare second chance at retelling a story, and because obviously no spoilies, but the show of Last of Us has made some changes.
Yes.
And I think that must be nice to just have this like way of, because he's obviously, thought about it since and thought like,
Absolutely.
oh, I wish I could tell this bit that wasn't particularly fitting for the video game format, but for a TV show I can expand and I can give these characters a bit more life.
What always comes to mind for me about that is The Expanse, the TV show.
Because
that was originally, they were originally books, the Expanse series of books. And then somewhere along the middle of the book series, like books 6 or 5 or something, they started getting the first books, like we're gonna make them into TV shows,
Yeah.
And then when they made the shows, they basically had the same thing you were talking about. Like, we have a chance now of telling the story again. Because in the beginning, they weren't, like, massively involved, although they did become more involved later.
Yeah.
And they basically started to change the story in better ways. Like, have more of a deeper evolution and more of a... Taking all the lessons and knowing where the story is going to go ultimately, they could then put parts of that in and seed that information and stuff for the future early on. So like, these two characters are gonna end up having this sort of relationship later, which kind of, not that it came out of nowhere in the books, but it just sort of like it's happened later on. But if we know that's where we're going eventually with them, we could try to put in hints and stuff towards that now. Like, place in scenes now that will work much better later on when we know we have this to build on.
Wait,
and
Kirsty's
yes?
just appeared in chat. Let's pretend we're having like the best time we've ever had. Like,
Okay.
Just that is
great.
so right.
I mean,
I'm so glad we were
you know
both
what?
here for that. Like,
I-
imagine if someone missed that joke. Like, they're never
that
gonna
would
get
have
it
really
now.
sucked. To be honest, if that third person was here, we probably wouldn't have had such a good time anyway. So
That's true,
I think it's probably
that's
for the best.
true. Oh, hey, Kirsty.
That we have who we are.
How's it
hi!
going?
Oh, we didn't see you were
I hope
there.
you're having a lovely time wherever you are. What are you doing again?
doing whatever, something. Yeah. Oh well.
Oh.
Oh, I can pick up this entire thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, you're very strong.
Yeah, damn right.
Strong. Oh, I'm hungry. I literally had breakfast like... Oh, I guess it was like 3 hours ago. But I had beans on toast.
Literally had breakfast in a normal time. Oh.
Well, I had an idea for a TikTok. So I started filming the TikTok because one of my New Year's resolutions is
to do more TikTok.
Is an actual proper resolution. Not like I found out Ped has a resolution
And
yesterday.
he broke it immediately.
Not to eat pizza. Who does that? Ped, don't do that to yourself. Allow yourself
That's
pizza.
a bad resolution.
Oh my gosh. Just eat pizza. But I had a New Year's resolution that was to do things when I think of them, because otherwise I'll be like, no, maybe that's not a funny idea. No, maybe. So I was just like, do you know what? I'm just going to do it.
So don't second guess yourself is what you're saying. Basically.
Yeah.
Follow the little creative impulses.
So I was like, okay, I'd finished my bunny stream and I was like, I'm going to do it now. So I started filming it, and then I suddenly realized, oh my gosh, I have to get the bus in 20 minutes and I've not had food. So the logical response to having not much time is to cook beans on toast, which is actually quite a lot of parts to do. But, well, it's beans and toast. It's not a gourmet meal. But then I was rushing for the bus. And then I was trying to edit the TikTok on the bus, but I don't have headphones, so I couldn't listen to it. So
that's a problem. Has the TikTok been made yet?
I'm in the middle of editing it. I was trying to edit it whilst I was talking to Lewis. And then I think I was driving him mad because it's set to the do 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 do. But because I was having to like cut little bits and move it around, I noticed that.
It's
I
not just a
stopped.
song, that one.
I stopped for a little
legendary
bit,
song.
and then I heard Lewis humming it to himself, and I was like, I should stop now because I think I'm driving him crazy slowly. So
Yeah.
I stopped for a little bit. But I should be able to put it out today. But for the first time, I think I'm gonna do a TikTok that has the really annoying TikTok voice because I think it will actually.
I've decided to go to the store. Uh-oh, finding something in the store. I don't want to go to the store anymore. I hate that voice so much. Like, why are you putting that in there?
Because I think it will actually quite fit with this particular idea. Because
I disagree.
well, I'll run it by you first, and then I'll voice it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
I keep trying to climb.
I say just.
You're trying to climb up the ladder and it's not there. It's just the hologram. But it's because that was the voice that was originally used in the first worm TikTok I ever saw. That's like, nasty boy, dirty boy. Time to wash the worm. Worm is free from sin. And do you know what? Just before Lewis started talking to me, I was talking to Alistair about TikTok. And I sent him a message. He was like, why have you put time to sin as a hashtag on your tweet? So I sent him a message that said, nasty boy, dirty boy. And then Lewis came over and talked to me. And then 20 minutes later, I look at my phone and I just have a message from Alistair going, what? I was like, sorry, I couldn't give you any context.
You just forgot to explain to him. You just completely forgot to explain.
It's like the time I sent Alistair a message saying, I'm full of chili daddy. But he didn't know that Chili Daddy was a place and just thought I was being
no!
I'm full of chili daddy. How are you?
Oh my god.
I was like, Chili Daddy is a place in Bristol. It's not weird.
Well, it's a little bit weird. You have to think things through, Briony.
Yeah. Nasty boy, dirty boy. Oh, I love that TikTok so much. He has context now. He does know why he
That's
was
good, I guess.
Time to sin. Yeah, I'll put that out later today.
Okay.
That's my
I can't wait, I guess. Yeah. To answer your question, though, yeah, I mean, if I were to start all over again, what I would love to do, actually,
I would love it to. Was. Yeah.
It's the whole like redoing it. Yeah. I would want to have it be a comic probably, because comics are great at that. Or I mean, if we're really dreaming, like an animated series or whatever. But you know, comics is pretty cool.
If it was a live action film, who would you have play you?
Edward Norton.
Oh, okay.
Probably. And like Zoe Deschanel play Zoe or something.
Yeah. Whenever people play
Seth Rogen plays Steve. That makes sense. I don't know.
Whenever
He's just a big old dinosaur anyway. He doesn't say anything, so don't really need any
characters.
Just CG.
Who have their own name. Did you ever watch Extras?
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode with Keith Chegwin where he asks if he can change his name to Keith because he's getting confused? And then he's like, okay, you come in. And he's like, what, me, Keith, or the character Keith? He's like, oh, both Keiths come in. Oh, I loved Extras.
Yeah, it was really good. One of my favorite things in Extras is Kate Winslet doing the Oscar bait movie.
Oh, really yeah. I really like the episode with Orlando Bloom where he's like, I'm fanciable, aren't I? She's like, well, yeah, you're okay.
I like the Daniel Radcliffe one as well, where it's like this horny
Ring
teenager.
Don't mean a thing.
Oh, it's been ages since I saw Extras, but it was really funny.
Do you remember the one with what's he called? Patrick Stewart, and he's writing the play, like the really pervy play.
But it's too late.
I've seen everything.
I've seen it all.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is good. It reminds
I think it's really hilarious. People just like think like, yeah, I will play this weird version of myself. Sure.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, I don't think that's funny.
I worked with this actress once, going back to the Keith thing. I worked with this actress once, and I asked her how tall she was. I can't remember why. It was something for a scene. And she said, me or my character. I was like, do you
Surely the
imagine
same.
you're playing someone of a different height to yourself?
Yeah. Damn.
But then again, that is like the whole argument about
that's possible,
whether...
I suppose.
Did Columbo have a glass eye? Or was he just played by someone with a glass eye who was playing someone with 2 non-glass eyes?
Well, that's a difference, because that could be because that's like saying, do you have red hair? Well, in the movie I do, but it was I dyed it, that sort of thing.
Was the glass eye playing the part of a real eye? Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Well, it's also like, people who play, like in Game of Thrones, Nikolai Waldo Custer played a guy who only had one hand. But he clearly has... that doesn't really make sense. I guess what you're saying is like the other way around.
Yeah.
So if the actor has a thing, does that mean the character now has that as well?
Yeah, it's the only reason I asked that particular example is because Baddiel and Skinner, I remember reading that they once had a falling out because they had a big argument about Columbo.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the argument about? If Columbo had a glass eye or not?
Yeah. I've never seen Columbo, but I would
I've
like
seen
to
clips.
because it's
Seems fun.
the granddad from Princess Bride.
It's true.
So it'd be nice to see him.
Peter Falk.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him in action. But I do want to watch all of Poirot before I watch that. And I've never seen Murder, She Wrote either.
We have to get all these 99% things. This is my least favorite part. Before we can even do the soul.
So, walls. Which wall? Wall.
Oh, wall up here, I think.
Oh yeah, I was literally just cleaning that. I just forgot.
This is tricky to get where I want to go.
Oh my god, I can't use the ladder. You can do this. You can do this. I'm doing the tab thing and like nothing is... Oh, wait. Oh, jeez. I like the tiny... Maybe if I just put on the general...
And I'll be honest, I forgot all about the tab thing.
Do I not have... I don't have a soap nozzle. Oh my gosh. How embarrassing. I'll buy myself a soap nozzle. And then hopefully I can just sort of... I can't buy myself a soap nozzle.
No? How come?
I don't know. I guess I'm in the wrong setting. That's fine. I can just use this one. But yeah, Alex has never watched Poirot. So,
My mom watched so much Poirot. My mom loves detective stuff.
I love Poirot. Which doesn't mean that I was excited to see the film because I was like, this isn't my Poirot. Bloomin', what's his chops? He's not my Poirot. I've forgotten his name.
David something.
I think it's David Suchet is my Poirot. But who was the one who played him in the film for like...
I don't know.
He's a proper like...
I didn't see the film.
Actor. Like one of the classic ones. Kenneth Branagh. That's the one.
Okay.
He is not my Poirot.
You mean Kenneth Branagh?
Kenneth Branagh!
They're just adding random consonants to the end of a word for no reason.
Well, I'm guessing Branagh. Is that an Irish name? If you don't like English pronunciation, just wait till you meet the Irish. So your name is Sayaban?
I'll probably get cancelled in.
Sayaban? No, Siobhan.
Siobhan?
Of course.
Oh, sorry, it's Siobhan, you say. Hold on a second. This makes zero sense.
Banister. What would the banister be?
It's still one wooden trim, and then it's banister, yeah. Oh, it's this one, of course. There we go, that's the banister.
Okay, wooden trim.
And then the final wooden trim.
Oh, I think I found it.
Okay.
Blip, 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 blip.
I don't know, it's not lighting.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now we can do the soul. My soul, man.
My wife's name is... Oh, yeah. I imagine if you have an Irish name, you must get so fed up when you're anywhere but Ireland and having to spell it out. It's like I used to work with an actress called Neve, and just hearing her get called Neem all the time, or Niam, and I'm like... Neve. Spelled
Well, if it's Neve, surely it's spelled Nieve.
Oh, Rythian.
Yeah.
No, of course.
See?
Neve.
See?
Of
That's
course, Neve is spelled Niamh.
Are you joking me? That's so stupid.
No, it's a beautiful language. I love Irish names. They're so good.
But they're not using letters the way they're supposed to. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. How do you think?
Out.
How do you think you pronounce the name Aoife? Someone Joe's written it in chat.
Aoife.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you do know
Yeah.
that one.
I did know that one, yeah. But Aoife. It should have been, but Aoife. But it's Aoife for some reason. The reason I know this is because I follow someone on Twitter who likes a lot of Aoife Lockhart's tweets, or not Aoife Lockhart, Aoife, whatever her name is. Aoife, so she writes for one of the for Eurogamer, I think.
Wait, how are we still at 99%?
I don't know. It said we were done, so we are done. I get to see the thing when I press escape. And she always said, like, if you can say Tifa, you can say Aoife. So like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Why did we only earn 350 out of 450? Are we not done? Everything's as clean. Maybe for the 450 it's just extra.
Oh yeah, it just went up to 1,000% now. 1,000, 100%.
1,000%.
1,000%.
That's go clean the car.
Oh, wash me.
That's the plan. Jenny's going to live stream the car restoration for the vlog. Don't worry, you won't even know she's there. No, I won't, because I don't see her.
She's invisible. Nasty boy. Dirty boy. I like that this one has little kitty cat paws on the front. Kitty cat paws. That's true. German, I feel like German pronunciation is pretty logical. So what's the language that's like super phonetic?
Esperanto, maybe?
I'm
not sure. But I know Norwegian is fairly logic as well,
yeah.
which I've always been jealous of, given that they're my neighbor. Basically, like, so often if they get a loan word, they actually change the way it's spelled to match the way it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Which I think should be more of a thing. One of the problems I have, like, with Swedish language is, for example, we have the word juice or juice, right?
Yeah.
And we spell it Juice as if it was, the English word. But that makes no sense. If a Swedish child is looking at that, it's like, you ike, like that. Well, how would they know it's supposed to be use? And in fact, there was an attempt to change it, the spelling, so it was JOS, which would have been use for Swedish.
Just
but,
like all of the Swedish high elders get together and they were like, we need to do something about this.
I wish they did.
We need to change juice.
I would have been a part of the elders if I had a choice in the matter. Because I agreed. I think that we should have spelled that way. Similarly, like the word jeans.
Yeah.
EA for us does not make the E sound. So if we wanted it to be called Jeans, it should be spelled Jins. That would have been the logical one for Swedish, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Well, I
you know.
guess the thing with languages is that they are these ever-changing, evolving.
Yeah, but, okay, people keep saying that. Yeah, but language evolves. It doesn't have to. We don't have to let it. But I agree that it should evolve, but it should evolve in a sense that it's still logical and makes sense.
Well, I agreed that it should evolve until they changed the meaning of literally to mean figuratively, and I was like, well, what's the point
because
of having
now
two
that word has
different
become to
words?
me. Now the word means the opposite. Like the word literally was meant to be the opposite of figuratively.
Yeah.
And now it means figuratively. I'm so upset. I'm really upset.
That was a sad day for us all. I literally died.
This is a very dirty car.
It's very dirty. Nasty boy, dirty boy.
Oh boy.
Oh. Please tell me at least like someone knows that TikTok and I'm not just
Nope.
Okay.
No one knows you've made it up.
Nasty
Yeah,
daddy.
don't look forward to it. Stop it.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
Oh, it's so
This is like,
good.
man.
Yeah.
This is like, this has the dirt caked into it.
Yeah.
It's crazy how much you need for this.
Cake.
I'm gonna have to. No, not in a good way.
Oh.
Stop it! Stop it! Can never get any work done when Brian is tagging along with me.
Let's bring your streamer to work day.
Yeah, we end up with this a lot.
This game is so chill. It's ridiculous
It
that
really
this is such
is.
a good game because it has no right.
It has no right to be as good as it is. Yeah, it's kind of a joke, like Lamau and as a weird simulator game, but it is. It's just good.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
Dirty.
If I were to make the BlackRock comic, there's so many choices I'd make that make I smooth it out so much. There'd be obviously because it was a Minecraft series and we didn't exactly had like everything. Part of it, like in the beginning, we really didn't have a ton of it planned. In the beginning, it was just let's just play and have fun time, and then like story came out logically as we went. Almost improvising things.
Yeah.
But then as far as we went, it became more and more story-based. And it became harder and harder and sort of less improvisational and less fun. And what really burnt, I think, us out was having these big plans and big places and working on these big zones and cities and things. And we spent an episode there and it was kind of only really in the background before we went and did something. And it's like, that was so much work done for so little. And that makes
Yeah.
sense if you're like in a TV show where like you make a set for a scene, but you have a ton of budget and stuff for that, you know, and you get a lot of stuff for it. We didn't
Reminds
really
me
in that
of,
one, so.
The Community episode. Sorry, I'm rewatching Community at the moment, so there's a lot of references.
I mean, that's good. How far in are you?
Oh,
You just hit Chaos Theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's the episode where they have like the flashback episode, but what would usually be like clips
Like a
from
classic
previous
clip
things.
show,
It's
but
just all
instead it's
completely
fake.
new things, and it's like
Yeah,
them
it's really
being in a
great.
cowboy ranch and all this.
Yeah. These Colombian drug dealers aren't here to shoot us. They're here to shoot our freedom, our friendship. And it's like, what? Hold on, what? Yeah, I love that episode. It's just like fake things that happened before.
Yeah.
That's great.
I want
But
to
yeah,
use
there's a lot of stuff I'd want to just smooth out and
Yeah.
make the stuff that matters.
So
Go heavier into the story from the beginning and have more clear interactions with people and stuff.
how much
there is,
like,
yeah, this-
before writing did you do? Or was it like RP on the day? Or did you have like a set plan for where you wanted?
In the beginning, it was basically all RP on the day, you know? Like, I was thinking, today we build this, and then we go check things. Okay, and then we went.
Yeah.
And then the story sort of became from just things I decided to say on the fly, and in my mind, it's like, well, I roughly know that my backstory is this, so I can hint at this being a thing or whatever, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we went to do things so on. And then sometimes we like talk to like, hey Duncan, I figured it would be cool if you know, Zoe guest stars on your show, and then I come over later on, and then you imprison me, and then we do this and this and this, and you know, we planned up stuff out for a bit. But even then, once it actually happened, it was improvised dialogue, you know, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then the further on it went, the more planned things became. Like, we went to this whole thing where like found an underground you know, base with computers and so on, and we talked to each other over a computer because we split up at one point, which was like Zoe ran away basically because she was like worried about stuff, and then I spiraled into like darkness and stuff, and it was great. It was good times. Lots of good times for the characters.
It was great.
It was good times. Yeah, it wasn't so much good times for the characters, but good time for me as a writer and actor. You know, it's acting ruined. You know,
Yeah.
I sort of ruined the castle a bit, like to show that like how. Without Zoe there to have someone to care about, Rythian just sort of let it fall into disuse and disrepair, and only cared about like making stuff that exploded things. It was fun. It was fun, like playing that out a bit. The funny thing is that started at random, like because we were supposed to be split, and I was supposed to do that bit with Benji and Strippin. They were supposed to guest star.
Yeah.
And then they couldn't make it, so I was like, all right, I'll just do it solo. And then that twisted the story into something much better. So thank you, Strippin and Benji, for not being able to make it that day. That's good.
I think I only ever met Strippin once.
Yeah. He was around 2017 or 2018, briefly, I think, for a Jingle Jam, just popping in. But yeah. Yeah, he used to be around a lot more. We used to play tons of games with him and stuff.
Yeah.
Played Hon with him.
Oh, there it is. Oh, thank goodness.
Thank God. This has been a tricky one.
Yeah.
Hard to get the aim on these things.
Getting into all them little nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
Trying to remember, I think it must have been the old office that I met Strippin in, so that's a good long while ago. He was doing something for Jingle Jam with Martin that involved them all wearing skin-tight morph suits.
Yep. That's the kind of thing they were doing.
And I just walked in like, oh, hello.
What do we have
hello.
left? Oh, we got a bumper.
Bumper? What is this one?
And now we have door handles. No?
I think
Okay.
how long it's been that we've been in this office now.
It feels like it's been quite a while.
Yeah. TJ.
Horns.
Boop, 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 boop. Oh, both the horns.
These
and then
things.
The wing mirrors. The roommates. Oh, yeah.
Oh, they were roommates.
I feel like because it's been so caked on, I've been having to use the red nozzle for all of this.
Yeah. I pretty much stuck with turbo nozzle the entire time. Because anything else just hasn't been strong enough. How is this horn not clean yet?
Hands on, it won't let me buy a soap nozzle. It's not in. It won't let me go to the shop, so I can't use soap.
There we go.
So we're
Finally.
doing it the
Wing
good
mirrors.
old-fashioned way. There you go. One of them. Alan, thank you very much.
Hey, we're done.
Yay for this up. Whoop, whoop,
Oh
whoop,
yeah,
whoop,
thank you very much, people who want to subscribe. We appreciate that a lot. That's very kind of you. Can you not buy because you're in my career? Is that the
Probably. I swear I've got the soap nozzle in this.
I think if you leave, maybe you can buy, and then when you join in, you'll have it or whatever.
I don't mind.
There's some big stuff coming. All right, let's go. Do we want forest cottage, skate park, or fire station?
Oh.
I say skate park.
Okay, we can do skate park. If you could, this is a question I keep asking people, but if you could have any crossover on Power Wash Sim, what would you have?
Yeah.
I mean, you've already got Tomb Raider, and then obviously
I
Final
already got
Fantasy
Final
is
Fantasy,
arriving,
yeah.
so
That's pretty good. Hitman? It used to be Square Enix. It's not anymore, but that'd be fun.
yeah.
Well, then again, it's not that messy in Hitman, and it's harder to have like iconic places because you go so many places in Hitman.
It'd have to be the mansion.
Maybe it's hard not to just think of my favorite Square Enix stuff now, so like Chrono Trigger and stuff. But that'd be great. Like cleaning the epoch would be great, or go to Zeal. That'd be cool.
I would love for there to be like an Animal Crossing crossover.
Yeah.
Just to be
Well,
cleaning,
Stardew Valley
like...
then wouldn't be half bad.
Oh yeah. Or if there was a plate-up one.
Would
If you could just clean the inside of a restaurant.
that just be our restaurant though?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of
But
the thing.
it would be, you'd have all like
I'm
the
thinking like there
proper-
has to be like iconic stuff, like either really recognizable
How
places
dare you
or
say
things.
Plate-up's not iconic.
Well, it is an iconic game, but like it's just our restaurant in it, you know? Like it's not.
I'd like to do
You know what I mean?
The Animal Crossing museum. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Different museums and different Animal Crossings, though, right?
Yeah. I think the latest one was probably my favourite one of all.
Okay.
Animal Crossings. Hiccup.
Animal Crossing.
I need to actually.
Yeah, but like, it'd be fun to like do like you know, Mr. Key's Casino, or like the community center before it becomes a community center, and then after it becomes a community center, just a shed or something. Yeah.
I'd like to. Oh no, I was gonna say I need to actually plug in my Switch and see if it still works. I think it's dead, but I need a Switch for Breath of the Wild and Fantasy Life when they come out. And maybe the new Layton. I'm a bit out of touch with the Layton games, but
Yeah. I heard the later ones haven't been as good as the first three.
the last one
The first three were very good, but the last ones were like on. Like, apparently, like the main guy left, so the puzzles are much worse. Apparently.
Yeah.
And if the puzzles are worse, then I mean that's kind of all of Layton, you know.
Yeah. But now he back.
Right.
They decided
I
that
can't
he
use. Yeah.
didn't leave life like we suspected. He's back. Oh, I'm in love. Herschel Layton. What a man. They say the perfect man doesn't exist.
But he does. In a video game.
But yeah, hopefully if I just charge up my Switch, it will miraculously decide that it is indeed alive and will work.
My problem with soap in this game is that it never seems to be you still need to go over the tiny bits eventually anyway. So it doesn't feel like that's a huge time save sometimes.
It can help if it's like super caked on. Portal or Half-Life would be good. Do you know, I ain't never played
that'd be cool.
Half-Life. I've got it, but I've never played it.
Have you played Portal at least?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I remember buying Half-Life, like a physical copy. I think I bought it from like a Blockbuster or something. And then I just never got
I didn't know they sold
playing
games. I thought they only rented.
I think when it was closing down, they were just selling off a bunch of stuff. Either that or I might have bought it at my workplace. It was somewhere a long time ago.
Okay.
And and then just never played it.
I mean, sad to say, like that's a lot of games I have too. I was like, I'm gonna love this game, buys, never plays.
Yeah.
Really a shame. It just doesn't feel worth it. I'm soaping down this place, and it's like it's leaving so much behind.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to go back with the proper one anyway.
I think I just like using the powerful nozzles.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
My favorite thing is like the 15 or 25 degree, and then just go to town. Honestly.
Guess I should do this floor. But yeah, I am very excited for Fantasy Life, as I have banged on about many times before it was announced, saying how much I would like it to be a thing.
And then it became a thing.
Yes. Sorry, Boop. I do clean in a very haphazard fashion. Wait, if I put on the longer nozzle, would that be more powerful? Powerful, more powerful than ever. But yeah, sell us on Fantasy Life. It's like an
Like
MMO. It's like Animal Crossing, the MMO, but an MMO for people who can't make decisions. Which is why I always loved it, because you could literally like my least favorite parts about MMOs were I didn't used to like playing multiplayer games. And that's quite a big part of it.
Big of a problem, then, yeah.
So it wasn't that. It felt like an MMO, but you just played on your own, and I liked that. And then also, all the classes, you just switch between them all the time. Should be like, oh, I'm going to do a little bit of blacksmithing today, or today I'm going to be
Do I have a game to talk to you about?
Do the first 60 levels come free?
They do. No restrictions on playtime. Can also be whatever class you want to that.
But it is good. Well, it's probably not for everyone. I liked it.
That's fair.
And but I'm worried now that it's gonna have done that thing. You know when you've like not played a game for years and you've overhyped it, and then maybe it was awful. And then I'm gonna be like, "Well, I'm playing this game." I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, this is why I stopped playing."
I mean, that happens sometimes, but often what I find is that if there was a game I really liked when I was younger and I've spent a lot of time into it, it's still good. And a lot of people will say, like, you just like it because of nostalgia.
I'm the problem.
but who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter why you like a game. If you like a game and you're having fun, it doesn't matter if it's because it's actually really well done and this and this and this, or if it's nostalgia. But the end result is I'm having fun. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I think of it, at least.
True. I'm sure well, if I don't have to buy another Switch, which I probably can't afford to do, then I'll enjoy it.
Why did you break your Switch? What did it do to you? to make you hurt it?
I'm just a angry person. No, I just tried charging it up one day and it just wouldn't charge up. And I was like, that's not cool. Like I'd take it. It was when I took it home for Christmas because I was like, oh, I can play games with my niece. And then it just wouldn't charge up the whole time I was there, so I never got to. And I don't think the charger's broken because I was using the charger for my phone the whole time. So
maybe you had the wrong type of charger.
No, it was literally my Nintendo one.
Oh.
But I will. I will try again. And maybe I can just get a second-hand Switch. Or just steal Alex's. That makes sense.
Yeah. He has a Steam Deck anyway, so what does he need a Switch for?
And like
actually, he doesn't have it, so he's just stolen it.
50% of his stuff is mine
from his
anyway.
work, not like he real stole it. I want to clarify this.
He stole it from a shop.
He just walked in, grabbed it, and left.
Is that the underside of this? Yeah, it is. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
I realised I said I was gonna. I've just, apart from why you don't like Enderman, I sort of, after I found out that, I didn't have any further questions.
That was all you needed to know.
Yeah.
That's all that really mattered. Why won't you like my friend, Enderman?
Why won't you like my boy?
It's in lore reasons, right? Lore reasons. In story, they took me when I was a child, and they ruined my upbringing. All right, that's all.
But are you playing now as Rythian or like
I don't know.
Rythian?
Not really.
So now
Probably
they
not
can
really.
be friends.
They could be. It's just every time I've played Minecraft since then, I can't help but sneak in some, roleplay references. I just like it.
What if this is the story that you can rewrite and you can be now friends with them?
I would have to change the entire story.
Yeah, but
Rythian, the Ender friend.
Different Rythian. This is the great-grandchild of original Rythian. And things have changed now. We're more tolerant of friend-shaped boys. And we love them. The end.
Great-grandchild. Zoe and Rythian finally got together. That's also something some people were weird about, because obviously Zoe's gay, but then our characters were kind of having a romantic thing.
Yeah.
And then some people were real weird about that. But I mean, we were actors for Pete's sake. It's not that crazy. It's not that weird.
I thought you were going to say the opposite. I thought you were going to say there was no hint of that sort of stuff, but people always wrote
No,
it.
there was plenty of hints.
But,
No. There was plenty of hints. We absolutely played up a romance thing going on.
Okay.
That was a big part of the storyline.
Has anyone ever written smut? Black
Yes.
rock smut.
Yep.
Did you read it?
Yep.
Did you write it?
Nope, I didn't write it.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Would you write it?
If you paid me enough, sure.
Really?
I was.
If you had like
that'd just be
would
like.
you start a Patreon?
And write smut.
Yeah.
Probably.
There you go.
I don't see why that's a problem. Like I could be an erotic a writer. Like sure.
An writer.
A writer. Writing erotica is actually a pretty good business. Like there's a lot of people who buy that stuff. So maybe I should just start writing erotic stories and selling it on Amazon and Kindle and stuff.
Do it on Audible.
$10 a story, and then
With your
I
voice.
think I get
That would sell.
like an audiobook.
Yeah.
Good, that'd be very sexy.
Rythian's
Yeah,
risky
good
reads.
Surely risque, not just
Risque.
risky, but yeah.
Oh yeah! Whilst everyone else is having their slut era, you can have your smut era.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Could
I
do.
approve.
Yeah.
I remember when I was reading this book in secondary school, and I wanted to read it because it had a horse on the front, and I was just literally like, horse.
I like
read this."
horses.
And then
You weren't quite a horse girl, but it was close.
Yeah, they're just cute. But I wasn't like Tina
Yeah.
from Bob's Burgers or anything. And my sister, who was 6 years older than me, one of her friends was round. And I say was, I've not caught her up. We're still 6 years apart. But one of her friends was round and was like, oh.
She was 6 years older than me at the time.
But I worked really hard.
Yeah.
Now I have overtaken her.
Yeah.
But her friend who was round at the time, he saw the book I was reading and he was like, oh, I didn't know you were old enough to read those sorts of books. And I was like, it's just a book about horses. Like, I don't get. And then all of a sudden, oh, stable boy, oh. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is what he meant. I'm so sweaty from my daily ride. You've not had your daily ride yet, baby. It was all of that. I was like, oh my gosh. Can I get back to reading about the horse, please?
Yeah, can we go back to the bit about the horse? You know, because horses are cute.
I want to read
So,
about the
sorry, you were
horse.
saying you were second grade in middle school. What actual age is that?
I think I must have been I must have been about like 14 or something when I got this book out, I think.
Then you're old enough.
I was
Surely.
I'm still.
Were you very late bloomer?
Very innocent.
I see.
I was telling the story the other day of how when I went on the internet, I used to go onto a forum, the Channel 4 forum. And when I was about, I guess like 13, 14. Oh, a rainbow. And I was listening to Placebo. And they had the word lube in the song. And I went onto a Channel 4 forum and I was like, excuse me, can anyone tell me what lube is? And they must have thought I was such a troll, but I was just genuinely
no.
I know who will know this. The smart people of the internet can tell me what lube is. And they were like, oh, it's short for lubrication. I was like, I don't know what that is. La 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 la. It
Well,
was
I mean-
simpler times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure that's been a thing all the time because that's how you learn. Like you hear a random thing,
Go
or
to the
see-
internet.
and then you ask. Like, if you don't ask, you're not going to find out. Unless at this point on, you can Google it at least. But yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you hear someone talk about something, and say, what does that mean? And you look it up on Urban Dictionary. Oh God, oh, docking. Oh, I did, that sort of thing.
I don't remember that from Interstellar.
Yeah, exactly. That was different.
Oh. But it was, yeah. But funnily enough, that horse book wasn't the first time I had read a smutty book, because I remember we were on holiday once, and my brother thought it was funny to be like, because obviously when you stay in we were staying in a caravan, and caravans always have like that book selection, like Mills and Boone. And my brother was like, you should read this. And me, being the loving little sister, was like, okay. La, 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 la. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening.
Huh.
Dear, oh dear. Brothers.
Brothers. That's pretty funny.
He also taught me like so many swear words.
That's the job of an older brother, to be fair, though. So
He would literally tell me them by like making his teddies say them, and I'd be like, Teddy's saying a funny word, and then I'd repeat it to my sister, and my sister would be like, Mom! And then I'd be in trouble, and I'm like, I'm just saying what Teddy said.
oh no.
Honestly, being the younger sibling, it's like trial by fire a lot of the time.
Oh please. You're the favorite golden child. Don't even. All the youngest child to get all the best. The parents have learned all their mistakes from the first two kids, and then you just get the best of everything. Like
What?
you can do no wrong.
It wasn't like that for me. For me, it was like my sister learned to ride a bike, and it's like, wow,
'Cause I'm the older
we've had a
child,
child,
right? I
and
know.
we've taught them to ride a bike. Look what we've created. And then my brother would learn to ride a bike, and they'd be like, yeah, that's pretty cool. By the time I was there, they'd just be like, yeah, what else can you do? I'm like, okay.
I guess realistically though, there's a little bit of there's pros and cons, I suppose. But yeah.
It is break time.
It is
Mm.
madness. We're still cleaning.
We are still cleaning.
All right. Well, let's go to have a bit of a break then.
We will return to this filthy, dirty, nasty boy skate park.
Oh
later.
God. Yeah.
And we shall go stretch your legs and have a
please
nice...
do. What are you giggling about?
I'm trying to push you off the ramp.
I've not been pushed off yet, so I'm fine. Okay, now I have. Now I haven't.
I am the king. I am the bean king. Oh, I need to talk to Lewis about that in the break.
About bean kings?
Yes, I found out that there's this thing called a bean feast that whoever eats it's like a feast that your employer puts on for you in summer. And whoever you put a bean into a cake, and whoever gets the slice of cake becomes the bean king. So I'm going to tell him that he needs to put on a bean feast for us. I'll do that in the break.
Okay.
Well, everyone, have a lovely break. Get yourself a nice drink. Stretch your legs. Rest your eyes. And the rest of it. Excrete whatever you need to. Bye-bye for now.
So, all right. Enjoy your excretions. All right, goodbye for now. See you in a bit.
Wait a minute.
Hello, everyone. I hope you
Hello.
enjoyed your excretions.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I really feel like we shouldn't have called it that, but
Well, what's the fancy
too late
word
now.
for it?
I don't know.
Oh, no, isn't there one that's like, it has a V in it, and it's like, ablutions? No, wait, is that something else?
Ablutions. Your daily ablutions. Isn't that your food? Your
I
food
think-
and drink is your
that to
daily
do with
ablutions.
Prayer. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know
it's
what
used
the words
in
use.
church. But yeah, anyway, yeah.
Evacuations. So I asked Lewis about the bean feast, and
Bean
he
fest,
says
yeah.
we can.
Nice. So it's for sure definitely happening then.
At
Excellent.
first, he asked me, "What are you asking me? Are you sure you're saying the right thing?" And I said yes. And then he got more and more persuaded the more I talked about it. So,
Well, we're looking
bean
forward to it.
feast it is.
Bean feast coming.
Bean feast 2023.
The
Electric
first bean feast.
Beanaloo. If there was a YogCon again, would you come over for it?
Yeah. Depends. Like it's not something I can just say yes or no to. It's probably something I'd like to, but it would mean a lot about like the details, like where is it, how much it's gonna cost, like what time
Bristol.
is it, etc., etc.
Bristol,
Probably.
5 p.m. 12, early, 11 a.m. Bristol. Be
Okay.
there. Be there or be square.
Be there, 12 p.m. Bristol.
12 p.m.
12.
Bristol. That's when it is. That's when it is going to be. Do you reckon if I just started spreading a rumor that it was happening, that it could eventually happen? Like that fake,
I don't know. That seems like a bad idea.
the fake restaurant. Did you ever hear about that?
Maybe.
There was like a fake restaurant that someone started putting on. It was like TripAdvisor or something, and then it got to the point where it became like completely booked up because people was were so invested at wanting to go to this.
But who accepted the bookings?
It was basically just a guy, and it was his shed. Yeah, he did a video for it on Vice. And because London is just one of those places where people will be like, "Oh, this must be really good. It's been sold out it's like booked up for months. I really want to go there now," sort of thing. Could do that, but for YogCon, if I
What's
tell
the
enough
end goal?
to have YogCon, because I want to have one.
Do you think you'll just manifest one
Yeah.
by pretending
It's like
there?
Field of Dreams. If
you
I
build it, they
build
will
it,
come.
everyone will come. Because if I told you, like, oh yeah, Yokon's happening, are you coming over? And then eventually I could say to Xylus, well, Rythian's coming over for it. And he'd be like, okay, guess I'll come over for it. And then eventually it would be happening because all of you would be there. I think this is the perfect...
Just because we would be there doesn't mean it would be a YogCon if you're talking about YogCon as last time.
But then...
That was a whole thing where there were like panels and people and things, you know?
Yeah, but I would just arrange all of it.
You would?
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, Briony.
No, I arranged a wedding. I can do this.
Your own wedding.
Yes.
That was basically just like 5 people in the woods. I've seen the pictures.
But if I can do that, it's easy. I can do it.
I don't know. Seems like there's a lot of work to assume will just be finished.
I think a lot of things just fall into place once you start. You've got to have
You're
a
a very
dream.
optimistic person.
If you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? In the wise words of South Pacific the Musical.
You know, it explains a lot that you get a lot of your worldview and philosophy from musicals.
I love musicals because in a way they're like the laziest things to write in the world because it's just like exposition.
Time to sing about what I'm feeling. Don't need to show it anyway. I'm currently angry because I've been betrayed, and that's what I'm singing about. You know.
I love them. I love them. Who wants to come to? Who's buying tickets for YogCon this year? Because if I sold enough tickets
how much do they cost?
15 pounds.
If I 15.
15 pounds.
15.
The price is already going up. You better buy them quick. They've already tripled in the time that you asked me.
That was very quick, yeah.
And then if people buy enough, and then I'll have the money to actually be able to afford to put it on. I think I can
At
pull this off.
15 pounds, like that's a low price.
50 pounds. How much was the first one?
I don't know. I didn't go.
I know the VIP ones were like 500 if you wanted to go for dinner and stuff. I guess I should check how much a venue is. What venue can we have?
Just a random apartment.
Yeah, I'll book an Airbnb.
Yeah.
You get some pretty big
fine.
houses in Bristol. It's probably in the Airbnb contract that you're not allowed to host events, but that's fine.
Just say it's a house party there.
Yeah, a really organized.
Really big house party.
Wait, can you actually press 2 to? Oh, I've never seen this menu before.
What menu? Oh, the thing. I usually just press E, but yeah,
I
that
just
works as well.
scroll when I want to change nozzle.
Really?
Yeah.
I press E and then click from there because, you know.
Left control.
But yeah,
change.
the spinny is good as well.
Am I doing the tutorial? Oh, it's space to jump.
You are doing the tutorial for some reason, yeah.
Tab, show dirt. Are you ready to show the womp? How many hours do I have in Power Sim? And I've never done this before.
It might be because you just joined me or whatever and it popped up again. Surely you haven't played that long with the tutorials still on the screen. Like, that makes no sense.
No one go back and check the VOD.
Please tell me that you haven't.
No one give Rythian the proof he does not want to see.
Please! Tell me you didn't just have a big tutorial on the screen that you never bothered clicking.
I just assumed it was always
God.
just telling me to press nozzle if I wanted
That's
to.
That's just something that's always going to be on the screen.
It just says it.
Oh my God. Wow. All right. And then you didn't press it.
I'm not going to have no game telling me what to do.
Instead, you're just going to let it sit there on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's fine. I have a problem with tutorials. I've like quit games before because I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, you've told me this. That seems so short-sighted. That's crazy. It's important to know how to play a game. What the classic, like, Yogskas guarantees or whatever, is like, play a new game, tutorial appears, people skip. And then they think half an hour into it, they go like, I don't even know how to do this. How am I supposed to do this? It's like, then what's a tutorial? The way I play games, I always prep, and we've been this. You don't even go into the settings menu. Like, you load up a game, you're like, new game immediately. Like, this, you could have been so much stuff. Like, half the time it's the wrong resolution, low FPS. Like,
I will genuinely, when I'm playing games off stream, when we first tried out the Minecraft before we started the stream, I played it in the tiny window that it opens in.
Oh no!
I just played it like that because I was like, well, if this is how it wants to be played,
this is how it is, then this is how it is.
Who am I to argue with it? It knows what it wants. It's
but you just said you don't want game to tell you what to do, and it just told you what to do. You're not consistent with your complaints, Briony.
Be more consistent with your feedback.
Feedback.
Why? What?
Did Steve tell you that, perchance?
I just forget that there's like
options.
Yeah. I like just loading up a game and starting to play it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, why are you playing a game on 10 FPS? I'm like, because I like games for the substance, not the graphics.
Don't try to pull that shit. Like,
I'm a real gamer.
Oh no, I'm actually more evolved. I care about the meaning of the game, not these shallow things like graphics and performance. It's like playing the game in black and white on a slideshow. It's like, I care about the story. The story is not subtitled and it's set to the wrong language, you know? Like,
yeah. I've forgotten what FPS I played Rocket League in for like
23 for some reason. Not even 24, just 23.
For like
you literally set
2
to
hours.
23 FPS max mode. Just there, yeah.
For 2 hours before Tom checked my stream and he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that Rocket League stream was like the legend of Tom Hazel. Holy crap, did he wreck everyone.
Yeah.
For a while, it even looked like he was going to beat the pros, you know? Because you guys won so badly, and they were like, we're going to have a show match between us and the pros. And they're like, we're going to have no mercy. And then Tom scored like 3 goals in the first half. And we're like, everyone's going like, oh my God. You know?
He did have me on his team holding him back. I was like his...
I don't know. You did okay. I think you stopped 1 or 2.
I scored,
it was rough.
I think
Kirsty was really good too.
Goals. Kirsty is very good.
Yeah. This happens every time. Like, Briony, I don't play games. I'm just going to add some of my friends. Brings in the biggest ringers from the history of gaming. You're like, I'm just friends with them. I'm ranked number 3 on the leaderboard in the upper east, western, north side. You know, like, bam, you get these like super pros, and you're like, I don't know how to play. I'm on to you.
Well, I think with that one, I genuinely just, because I like loaded up Rocket League once.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously exaggerating. Obviously, Tom and Kirsty are close friends of yours, so it's not strange that you picked them.
That everyone was going to be on their level, and it wasn't until we actually did the tournament that I was like, uh-oh, I've done the thing. The thing that happens every tournament, but now
yeah,
because
there's always someone that does it. This time it was you. Yeah.
It's like when we had the Fall Guys tournament.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's the same. You're like, I guess I'll bring in Soliloquilic and whoever and Rossabo or something, and they're like, turns out they have 1,000 hours in the game. All right.
I was about to say Emblem and Kirsty chose Rossabo, but now I'm thinking about it, I think I had Rossabo.
Yeah.
Am I the bad guy?
Yes, you are. But everyone is like, oh no, it's just the cute
Girls, I spend time with these two. I know who they
are. They put on this sort of image of, I'm the wholesome, chill one. Hee hee. They are ruthless, violent, competitive monsters.
Just stab a bitch. I think the one I remember the most was there was one where wait, in that one didn't Martin literally have like I was gonna say like a professional Fall Guys player, but I don't know if that's a thing. But he had some like proper like pros, I swears.
Yeah, Martin is also the type of person who really wants. I don't think it's wrong. I want to clarify that everyone goes in to win. I think that's fine.
But I do like
it's
it
a
when
competitive
scrub
tournament. You should win.
Are actual
Yes.
scrubs.
That's hard though.
Yeah, it's hard to balance.
It's hard to find. It's really hard to like get a bunch of people because there's gonna be variance.
Whereas,
Same
like,
if we do like Dota or if we decide to do Call of Duty or whatever. There's gonna be some people who are just much better, and it's hard to make those teams match up. You know.
Yeah, I put on a Fall Guys tournament for my community, and I found that out. I honestly I tried to balance it as much as I could, and people still.
It's
ended
hard.
up
It's
being
really
a little
hard.
bit sad on the day, and I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. They were colluding. You know what? Silas gets a lot of flack, but I think he's right.
Oh yeah, the CS:GO one. When I literally I downloaded. I was still downloading the game when the tournament started.
Yeah.
That's how new
Yeah.
I was to that game. And I loaded into,
Yeah.
I guess it was like the loading screen thingy. And I was like, okay, loaded in. Jack killed me. Okay, Jack killed me. I'll just see if I can get a gun. Jack killed me. And it got to like halfway through the tournament, and I was like, I'm scared to ask what the point of this game is. People keep talking about a bomb. I don't know what it is. And it wasn't until we switched and they were like, okay, now we're planning the bomb. I was like, okay, good as time as any to ask. What bomb?
What are we doing with the bomb?
What is the aim of this game?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, see, that's proper scrub. I took that seriously.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I got put into a team that had some good players, so I tried my best because I didn't want to disappoint my team members as well as I could, you know.
Yeah.
But then we also had such good players that we were getting handicapped specifically. Like, there's like, okay, you're not allowed to use this and this weapons. You're only allowed to do this. That's a weird feeling too. You have to kind of do it because otherwise it would be
didn't we
weird.
all have like an aim thing on?
Yeah, we had a negative aim.
But
thing
because
set in.
it was my first time ever playing, I didn't know until after the tournament. Someone told me, and I was like, "Oh, I can use that as an excuse."
It was funny for chat, which made it worth it. But to play, it was not fun. It was not fun to have guns just not work. Like, you point at something and it just doesn't hit, you know?
Yeah.
I think
just
it would have
assumed
been better
was
if
me.
yeah. I think the entire thing was like they were pretending that it wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
When we could easily tell, like, okay, come on, we can tell it's wrong. And they're like, no, we've done nothing. Hee hee. And it's like, you have though. You have.
Yeah.
But it was good though. I mean, I can't complain. I was on the winning team, so I can't complain. This one where I ended up winning, so it's fun though. But yeah, tournaments like that is like, I'm really happy we're doing more of them because they are really fun.
It's just nice when everyone does more stuff together.
But it is hard. It's just a really hard thing balancing teams because people are very varying skill degree, and that's just kind of how it is. You know, any game is gonna have that problem.
Yeah. I guess on this it's like
If we're gonna do
completely new
like
game.
more stuff, which we will, we are doing more stuff. There's currently another fun game that is being considered for coming up. No spoilies, but it's gonna be fun, and that's gonna be huge skill variance as well, massive skill variance between some people, and hopefully we can get together like some balanced versions of the teams. But it also might not be, and I worry that some people will play and have a really bad time because it's kind of a hard game.
Yeah.
I don't want to give many more hints necessarily because, though I don't know. If I did, I don't think it'd be that bad, honestly. If I did hint it, but yeah.
Wait, Nameless, what do you mean, my floaty gun? What? Because it's like this instead of like this.
Oh, like this? This is a really good mode actually. You can get a lot of precision.
I like
Doing
having
things
it
with the-
wiggly mode. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you don't like it. I always like wiggly.
You don't like wiggly
Wah.
mode?
I like wiggly mode. Wiggly worm.
Yeah. Wiggly mode is good. It's great for precision, but I tend to just do like this because this is what I find the most satisfying. Like there's a large ground piece, and I go like this. This is the best thing in this game.
Oh yeah, I
Going
like
like
doing
this.
it for like you're
It's my
mowing
favorite
a
bit.
lawn, stripey.
Yeah, basically.
Do you know, I probably should do it more like that because I'm probably just slowly giving myself wrist pain by constantly wriggling the gun back and forward.
Yeah, see, you do it in this weird way, and honestly, Kirsty does as well. This sort of it goes elsewhere. I do it very systematically. That's part of what makes it feel good to me. It's like gradually going
Yeah.
like that.
Wait,
Man, it's a shame we couldn't play Minecraft today because I mean it happens. Obviously, people will be missing. But I'm having such a good time in our little series. It's such a highlight of the week. It's really good.
yeah.
Looking forward to play more of it.
Blooming Kirsty, ruining everything.
To be fair, it's not her that planned it. Someone else in her friendship circle decided to do it on this day, and we're like, come on now. They clearly didn't think of us when they did that.
Yeah,
decision.
when they planned their wedding celebrations.
Yeah, come on.
They
You
didn't
need to think
of
about
us.
our every Friday needs to be free.
But it does give us like another week to think of. Well, hopefully we'll be able to play with the new mods that we put in, because I guess we're like a
Yes.
week behind on the mods because we didn't get them in last time.
True. I mean, I've got access now so that I can do it. The only downside is that the program, we have to do some manual stuff by doing it rather than automatically, which is
Yeah.
a little bit of a tricky thing. But also, Ben said he could do it for us. He could do it at that point. Basically, we just need to give him some heads up.
Yeah, I think he was recording something at the time. Bless him.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot gentler doing it like this. I've calmed down now. I've been hyped all this time. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's looking so nice.
Yeah.
I love that you're doing things very methodically, whereas I'm just like, I'm
Yep.
going to do this bit. No, I'm going to do this bit. What if I did this bit?
This is how I do it.
I'm going to a wedding this year. I bloody love weddings.
Well, you said that you had one.
Yeah. I wasn't that fussed about weddings until I had one, and now I think I just
No.
appreciate them a lot
Now
more.
it's like they're actually quite good because now I know what the people who are getting married feel like.
Yeah, and like I think I noticed the little like personalized bits that go into them now a lot more. It does always make me think, like, when I go to a different wedding, I'm always like, oh, what if we had have had this? But I ain't
Tell
doing
Alex,
it
we need a
again.
wedding redo. We need another
We
wedding.
need to
Okay,
renew
come on,
our
let's do it.
vows.
Yeah. Did you guys have like really long vows, like that you read? and stuff?
No, we wanted it to be over as quick as possible,
I see. Yeah.
so we could get to the food part.
Yes.
It was a very quick ceremony. It was just like the legal bits that you needed. Alex's mum
Okay.
did a reading that we chose for her to do.
Okay.
And then that was it. It was just your standard bish bash bosh, now pronounce
So it was
you.
like, do you? I do. And do you? I do. And that was it, pretty much.
Yeah. There's like the legal bits that you have to say. You have to like pick out different You get like a choice of would you rather we say it like this or like this, and but there are bits that you don't get a choice on, the bits that have to be said.
The name bit, right? Because obviously you took Alex's name, right?
I took it. No, I'm not giving it.
Yes, you
back.
took it, and it's yours now.
mine.
Is that something you mention in the wedding, or is that's just paperwork later on?
That,
So they don't say like, Briony Bislington, you are now Briony Turner. Or that's not something you say.
they just
They never say that in the movie, so I'm like, they probably don't in real life either.
Yeah, they say like you say your full name when they're saying like,
Yeah.
do you blah blah blah.
Briony Bislington. I've decided that your name was Bislington.
Bislington.
It sounds like a proper British name. So
It just makes me giggle because there's a place in Bristol called Brislington.
also, have you read Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman?
No.
Or you should listen to the radio play. It's really good. It's also quite short. So yeah, okay, that's your new project. Listen to the BBC radio play of Neverwhere. It's really good. It's James McAvoy, Natalie Dormer, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Rupert.
Grint?
What's his name? No, the guy who plays Giles in Buffy. That's not his name. His name is Anthony Stewart Head. Why did I say Rupert? That's because his character's in Rupert. Anthony Stewart Head is his name.
I've met him.
Yes, I remember.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's very London focused. That to a degree, because it very much takes place around London, and there's like a joke there about something. Do you know what the Angel Islington is?
Yeah, I think.
What is that?
Now I'm doubting. What? It's just a tube station, isn't it? Angel Islington.
Okay, yeah.
Might be
In
wrong. Might be named
small
after
spoilers.
something.
Small spoilers. In Neverwhere, there's an actual angel called Islington. So that's kind of a thing. It's really good. Neverwhere is kind of low-key one of my favorite Neil Gaiman stuff. Like,
It's
everyone
got
talks about
Loki.
Sandman, including me, and a lot of people love Good Omens because of the Terry Pratchett thing, but Neverwhere is really cool. I actually think is really cool. Yeah, you should listen to the BBC one. It's pretty cool. There's like 6 episodes. They're like, I don't know, 40 minutes each or whatever. It's super good, and you can listen to it
Nice.
while playing Power Wash or something. I think you'll enjoy it. You should
Yeah.
listen to it.
I will give
That's
it
your
a
homework.
go.
It's your homework. I've given homework to all my players in my campaign. I've given them questions about their characters and stuff.
Can I give?
Nilesy and Zoe have given me their homework.
Wait,
The
what?
other ones haven't yet.
Oh, as in they've handed it in, sort of thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've handed it
Nerds. Can I give you
in.
homework?
Important. Yeah, depends. I might not do it, depending on what it is, but
Can you watch an episode of Bluey? It's like 10 minutes long.
okay.
It's an Australian children's TV show.
Yeah, and it's apparently good. Everyone keeps saying it's actually good.
It's so good. If you can choose a specific episode, can you watch the episode Grannies? Thank you.
Sure.
There you go. That's
Okay.
your-
So I'm gonna watch the episode Grannies from the TV show Bluey's.
Yeah.
If you listen to Neverwhere, I'll watch Bluey's.
Okay.
That's only fair. You have
How do
more
I
to
find
listen to
it?
than
Is
I
it
have to watch, to be
on
fair.
Audible.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because I've got like.
Yeah,
four
yeah,
credits
yeah.
on
It is
Audible.
on Audible. Yeah, yeah. I have a credit as well on Audible. I need to spend. I think I'm probably getting the Expanse short story collection.
I just listen to the same thing over and over again, so I never use up any credits.
Never use your credits.
Mm.
Yeah, it's on Audible. I think that's where I have it.
Nice. Ooh. No ding? No ding?
I think.
No ding? Where's the ding? Yeah, I will give that a go. I'm like you say, there we go. I've only listened to, I've only read Good Omens.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
really
the
good. Yeah, I
series
quite
is
enjoy
good.
it.
I've not really liked like other Terry Pratchett adaptations haven't been as good I think.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Hogfather was okay, but the others just haven't really
I don't think I've
been-
watched any other Terry Pratchett adaptation.
Whereas Good Omens felt
I was worried Good
really
Omens wasn't going to be
close.
good, but Neil Gaiman was pretty heavily involved. I think they're even making
That
a season
explains
2, which is interesting because
The book ends.
season 1 was the book, so everything
Yeah.
else is now coming straight new. But Neil was saying, I call him Neil. He
You're
was
on first name
saying,
terms.
yeah. My boy
My
Neil.
boy Neil.
He was basically saying that he and Terry were planning stuff for quite a while before Terry died. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I've met his wife,
Alanis Morissette. That's not her name.
Amanda Palmer.
Amanda Palmer. That's who she is.
I've not met Alanis Morissette.
No. I've seen her in a movie.
Oh.
She played God.
Oh, Alanis Morissette in Dogma
Yeah.
with Alan Rickman's nubbin.
He didn't even have a nubbin. It was blank. It's like a Ken doll.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I used to really like Dogma.
Me too. I used to think it was the best of Kevin Smith's movies.
Yeah.
Because I thought there was something interesting to it. You know, I like Clerks and everything. You know, the more standard ones. But I felt like Dogma had an actual good story to tell, you know?
Yeah. Though I used to be slightly disturbed by the scene on the bus when Matt Damon, spoilers, kills everyone, which I guess that is understandable to be disturbing. But I think because certain music plays at the time, it's either like circus music or opera music or something, but the music used to just make it so much worse. Because it had this like weird vibe that was like, oh, I don't like the juxtaposition of those things. Well, like I do and I don't, because it makes it more powerful, but it also is more disturbing, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it's
Oh my god, I have to clean this too? That's a shame.
that's why they hired us.
No, but I mean, this little bit, this heart.
the graffiti.
TM loves TP.
Yeah,
a
Crystal
shame.
Maiden loves teleports. Gross.
Yeah, who doesn't, honestly?
I've never played as Crystal Maiden.
What?
I've got like
Never?
2,600 hours in Dota, and I've never played as most of the characters.
Crystal Maiden is like my second most played hero, I think. Or third. I think it was Enigma, Drow, CM. Or maybe it's an
I've
Enigma,
never played
CM,
Drow.
Wow.
Because
All those
And,
three heroes are also the ones I have the most items for.
I'll tell you
I've
for
spent more
why.
money on them.
It's because those are the characters that people always suggest as the starter heroes. And me and my hate of tutorials goes, well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to play them then. I should try them. Losian, thank you very much for that. 74 months! Blimey.
That's a long time.
That's like 7 years.
I mean, not quite, but
6 years. That's maths years.
you got there in the end.
Maths. That's 74 years.
Nope. That's also wrong.
It's between 1 and 74 years.
That's true. No. Bit vague, but yes. Like that post on Tumblr. You're telling me that Julius Caesar, who's been dead for more than 70 years, is still somehow... I mean, that's right, but...
Technically true.
Yep.
Ba-ba-ba-ba. I keep on forgetting about pressing right click and holding down left click, and then I've
Right click's the life, man.
Cratch myself?
The
Cratch
best bit.
myself doing it.
Scratch. Did you see my new stream was announced?
No. What?
Right
you're-
now,
Right
on
now?
Yogscast Twitter, you can see it.
Oh, what the board game one? Or the smut one?
It has not the I haven't announced that one yet. My smut Patreon.
I would look forward to that one being announced.
Yeah. I'll need to figure out what to write.
A bodice ripper.
Yes.
I did go through a time in my teenage years where I read a lot of vampire smut. Not Twilight.
Specifically vampire smut, or more like vampire books that were a little bit sexy.
Oh yeah, I guess that one. It wasn't.
Because I remember getting a series and thinking, this is pretty cool. And then it got real sexy and I'm like, this isn't as cool anymore. Because as I've said, I mean, gaming mood or sexy mood, but sometimes...
Don't let the words collide.
I was just like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not against sex scenes in movies and TV shows and so on, but often don't think it's successful in giving you what you're supposed to get from it.
Yeah.
It's more
Wait.
like...
Wait, what do you mean?
I'm saying that, like, a lot of times it feels out of place.
I had that with... Because I love, like, period dramas.
It's like your horse book, you know?
Yeah,
like
I just wanted to
suddenly
read about horses.
suddenly Stable Boy is taking off his shirt and being all sweaty and
I'm
sexy,
like,
and you're like,
no.
yeah, but what about the horse though?
What did the
you know?
horse
And-
think of this?
Yeah.
I really like Jane Austen, the very, very vanilla period dramas. Not even like the Bronte sisters. Those are a bit too much drama for me. I'm like, meh. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna watch Bridgerton. And oh my gosh, that's basically just like Jane Austen smut. But it got to the point where there was a scene that was genuinely so long that I got up and made a cup of tea. And whilst I was making it, I'm like letting it brew, poking my head round the door, still at it. Okay, go. Oh, do we have any biscuits? I think there's a packet.
just like a sex scene, and it was just going on
and it
for
was
ages.
just going on and on. And I was like, oh my god, I get it. You're banging. Move on.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, I mean, I guess that's it for me. Like, because if you're gonna do a sex scene and you're gonna make people really into it, like, then it feels like at that point it's porn. And I am all for porn. Like, porn is great. But if I'm sitting down to watch, like, a serious drama or story that I care about the characters and I want to see where the story is going, it's like 20 minutes of faked sex, like, that's not that interesting. I kind of just wanted to stop at that point, really.
Yeah. And I guess I guess different opinions, but I think for me, the not sexy can be sexier than the sexy.
Meaning, like, what, there's, like, the bits before it's sex when they're just, like, being
Like
flirtatious or having an intense scene together
like
and so on.
the
You know?
tension and the build-up.
Yeah,
and then as soon as they're at it, I'm
absolutely.
like, nah.
Yeah, whatever. you know.
Stop.
No, but I could see that. Like, you know, the two group together, they're like,
Like, will they, won't
if
they?
they're fighting
and then you're like,
and stuff,
oh,
or like,
they will. Okay. Move
yeah. Yeah.
Turns out they are. Okay.
Turns out they will, yeah.
Yeah.
But like if they're like having a martial art fight and they keep like, you know, landing on top of one another, looking into each other's eyes, like struggling and fighting and learning from each other, and it's like, damn, there's some tension and chemistry between these two people, and then they start kissing and I'm like, nice. And then they continue kissing and I'm like, cool, here comes the fade to black. And then it fades to black and it's like, all right,
Mass
cool, we're done.
Effect. I know what
And
happened.
then, and then it fades in, and now we're in their bedroom, and now they're taking off their clothes, and now they're going to be humping each other, and you're like, okay, they're clearly not actually doing it because it's two actors, and I know one of them is married, and you know, like it's it just be like, well,
Takes
yeah,
you
all
out
right,
of
I get
it.
it. It's like, I get it. We get to the they have sex part of the story. We can move on now, like, because I can be very into a relationship and I want people to get together or whatever, but often once they do, it's like, well, this isn't a porn story, so we're not gonna go into that a lot, so therefore kind of lose interest once it's decided. But that is not to say that like I lose interest in the story, but I lose interest in that bit anymore. From this point on, I want them to be okay. Now they are together, and now the story can continue with that being a thing, rather than
Yeah.
oh man, let's show them having lots of sex.
It's reminded
sometimes.
me of oh, actually, this is quite spoilers. If you've not seen Community, cover your ears briefly.
Yeah.
But with like when there's the whole episode when they find out about Britta and Jeff sneaking
Jeff,
around,
yeah.
and then at the
Yeah.
end of it, they look at each other and they're like, "Oh, no, we're not sneaking around." It's sort of
It's not as
bit
exciting
done.
anymore. Yeah.
And then that's it.
Yeah. Because that was part of what was exciting for them, like the ooh, and no one knows, and ooh, and now it's like, oh, I guess now we're just dating, I guess. Oh, all right, it was not as cool anymore. Yeah. Okay, you don't have to cover your ears anymore.
Wait, they
Have you
can't
made
hear
a
us.
sort of? You should have made a symbol on screen. Say like, what? Okay, that's good. Yeah. You should have one of those things like when I hold up my hand, I'm talking spoilers, and when I put it down, you're safe to unmute again.
Yeah. Oops.
But we
They're
didn't do
gonna
that.
be
So instead, we
muted for
just
the rest of the
So
stream.
so instead we just said it's got to be spoilers now. Mute, and then they have to just sort of hope
Should I
that
do?
when they
I'll do a
unmute,
symbol.
we're not spoiling anymore. Okay.
Hopefully they got that.
What symbol did you do? I wasn't looking.
I uncovered my ears.
Okay. Yeah. That should work, hopefully.
It should work. Did anyone in chat have what you call it? Questions for Rythian? I meant to like ask people before if they had any questions they wanted me to ask you, but I
Yeah, feel free, everyone. I will answer to the best of my knowledge.
I can't hear you. I'm
Man, we
muted.
We should have brought Zoe on as well. I think she's probably busy, but we should have brought Zoe on, and she could have answered a bunch because she had a lot of story as well. I think a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, but some people don't give Zoe enough credit that she deserved. Like, it was all on my channel basically, and everything. So a lot of people will probably think that I was a big part, and I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't, absolutely was, but Zoe was a huge part of it as well. And she did a ton of work building a lot of the sets and stuff. She's much more creative and better at like building sets than I was.
Oh my gosh, there's a cat on the roof. Is there a zoom in this game?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe?
manual zoom. Oh, it's so cute. Does anyone know if there's an enhance button? Wait.
Hands. Enhance.
Oh no. Oh. I didn't mean to. That was an accident.
Who's the best Final
Oh.
Fantasy 14 character, in my opinion? I can't answer that because I am speaking from someone who's played all of it, and there'll be a lot of people here who haven't. So I'll say a name, and people are like, "Wow, you like him?" Or it'll be like, "I've never heard of him," or it's like, "But I thought that character died," and so I can't really say that as much. But I will say that, like, out of the Scions, which is like the main party members, you
Everyone
have, like,
cover
the
your
main-
ears.
No, you don't need to cover your ears. I have a huge soft spot for Thancred. Thancred is my boy. I like him. He's cool.
Who was the one
Used
that
to
I had a name for that you used to get really angry at me calling them it?
I don't remember, but it was probably Thancred or Urianje, or I don't know. Maybe
That was it.
Minfilia?
Oh, Ranger.
Urianje? Oh, Ranger, yeah.
He bloody loves marbles.
Yeah. Big into marbles, yeah. Man. Final Fantasy 14 is one of those games that if it's not clicking with you early on, it's so hard to convince people to stick with it because it's a lot. Like if to go up and tell people it's fine. You just have to play through these 50, 60 hours and then it gets good, you know?
I just remembered
it's
it wasn't
mad.
just Oriancha. It was
Yeah.
Horsefart.
Horsefart, yeah.
No, because I kept calling him Horsefart.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Horsefart.
His name is Harshafont, not Horsefart.
It's Horsefart.
No. Ugh. No respect for French pronunciation. Yeah.
Horsefart. Alphino, oh my god, he's irritating little
Oh, yeah, but
brat.
he gets so good though. That's the problem / point of the entire game.
Yeah.
Because it lasts so long and it builds so long, you get these incredible connections and stories with the people because the story evolves and goes really far and gets really, really good. It's some amazing stuff. I'm having such a good time watching other... That's the thing. It's become one of those games I want to watch all my friends play. Same as like Hollow Knight and Hitman and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just good. Like certain games, it's not the same to replay them. So to relive the emotions and experiences you had, you basically have to watch someone play it, and ideally someone who you care about. Like I don't watch random people play usually. Like sometimes if I see something like, oh, these people seem cool, I might continue watching their stuff. But mostly a friend of mine, if my friend of mine is playing through a game I really like, that's like amazing. That's a way for me to re-experience the game.
Did you
Which is
find
why I
it
want you
frustrating
to,
watching Rabs play? Because wasn't he a cutscene skipper?
I don't think he ever streamed Final Fantasy 14, but like, yeah, like cutscene skipping frustrates me. It does, because that's the part. Because I feel like people are sabotaging themselves. You know? And it was the same when people played like Hitman or Dishonored. If they just like walk into a mission, do it in sort of a silly way, and then move on, and it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, I guess you're done, but you would have had so much more fun if you spent some time with this and did X and did Y, and people get to play how they want to play, but the thing is, they'll do that, and then afterwards, like, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was that fun. I was done with it pretty quickly, and I just used a gun to shoot everyone, so oh well. Like, yeah, you did, but
I don't know if this is going to make you not like me, but the first time I played Stanley Parable, I just did what it told me to do, and then I finished the game, and I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. It's just like, oh, did it? I played the game.
That's like step one of that game, like the very first thing you start with.
It's like, neat game, nice.
Cool. I did things.
Bit weird. Okay.
We're done. And you're like, I guess that's the game. You know, I guess that the game was max 1 hour, not even 1 hour probably long.
I have played more of it since.
Yeah. I picked up Ultra Deluxe in the Christmas Steam sale, but I haven't played it yet. Listen, I don't need this. This is unhelpful.
I thought you might want to get closer to it.
No, it's okay. I had a long nozzle, so that wasn't actually very helpful.
Just like that stable boy I read about.
A very long nozzle and thick.
I put on my robe and wizard hat.
Now that's a classic reference.
Oh. Don't make them like they used to.
Oh, they do. But nostalgia.
Yeah.
That part is a little bit unsatisfying. Like, there's still a bit left here for me to do. Bing! And it just disappears. I wish that it could scale. So like on a much larger bit, you need to get more than 99%, but a much smaller bit, you need to get much less than 99%. It should scale based on surface area. Because the annoying bit is when you've gotten almost all of a tiny bit and like this one tiny pixel you need to still get.
Yeah.
But on a big one, you want to get it all because that's part of what's satisfying about it.
It's really annoying when it's just like a teeny tiny bit around the corner and you're pressing tab and you can't even see what it is.
Yeah,
Like, please, I've done enough.
exactly.
People did ask questions and then I...
Really, that's what a percent is. I know what a percent is, but I want different percentage for different things. If you have a large scale, the percentage should be smaller. Because ultimately, it's not percentage I need to be cleaned, it's surface area. I want it to be when there's just a tiny bit of surface area left. And that can't scale with size, because then you'll always get into this problem where you have like still a 10 by 10 centimeter area that just dings away. But then on a tiny area, you have a 2 by 2 millimeter area hidden somewhere that you can't get, and you still have to manually do it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I realised I did contradict myself in that I did say I did exactly what a game told me to do. But I really like the voice, so I never minded doing Stanley Parable stuff. I was happy to do it.
But if you really like the voice, surely you wanted to hear more of him.
Yeah. I'm glad I eventually got to hear the adventure song, because that is my favourite thing in that game.
I haven't played it in a really long time, so I'm looking forward to going back to do Ultra Deluxe.
Nice.
But I have other games I have to play before I go into that one. I have to finish Cyberpunk 2077, finish God of War Ragnarok, and finish Disco Elysium. Gotta do that.
Another multiple playthrough game, some would argue. Disco Elysium.
Yeah, you can edit them in different ways.
That is like a very interesting one in that I've heard people talk about that game before and they've been like, oh, you know this bit, and then people have been like, what? No, that didn't happen to me at all. Like, it's so good how different an experience it can be.
Yeah, I like that. That's good. That's cool. That's cool stuff about the game. But that's the thing, like a game like that can do, because it's basically only dialogue, you know?
Yeah.
You walk around and see things in its dialogue chats and so on. There's not really any combat, you know? There's not really any... There's no vehicle section, you know? There's no etc, etc, etc.
Yeah. Vehicle. Where is this bit? Where are you? Where
are you? God damn it.
Oh. Alex really enjoyed it. But he did say it is one of those games that, like, could easily just be seen as, like, if you're not in the mood to play it, it could be very wanky. Yeah. But
absolutely,
if you're in the right mood for it,
it can be very pretentious, which is probably why Alex liked it. He's very pretentious.
My boy.
I love him, but it's true. And I think if he was honest with himself, he'd admit it. But so can I. I can be pretentious too. I love like getting into that sort of bit as well. It's a whole thing.
Yes.
You want to sort of like really sink your teeth into like philosophical and psychological thoughts and politics and world building. Like it's really good stuff. It's really good stuff. Like Alex has really good taste in games in general. Except he just really likes games to be depressing.
Yes. He likes films to be depressing as well. He just likes depressing things.
Yeah. And that's because he's generally a cheerful guy, so that he seeks out stories that are very depressive.
Oh. Like Rythian said, wanky just means pretentious. I realised that if you're... It's a very British term.
Oh, they've never heard the word wanky before.
and it can be it's confusing because why can't I get on the top of this thing? Let me up there. I just want to clean this. Thank you. Yeah, we do like using that word for multiple meanings as well. British. In it.
British.
Yeah.
I also wish the highlight would not be the same, because sometimes it's like the highlight, it doesn't match as well based on the background. I wish it could be like different colors sometimes.
Yeah. Do-do, do-do-do-do. Wibbly, 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 wibbly.
I wonder if 15 will do enough for this.
Oh, sure. Classic nozzle that
Yeah.
is. Number 15.
Oh, 15 degrees. It's not that
Okay. What tiny
Nice.
parts are we missing?
Yeah, again, there's going to be some tiny parts. Railing.
Oh,
Railing.
yeah.
Oh,
this
over here.
railing. This rail thing is... In the fun box, you've got a dirty fun box. Wait, is this the railing? What's that? Oh, no, wait. Oh, it's this one. Is it? No. That one did.
It's this one I'm on. Although I think it's done now. No. Done.
Bum, 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 bum. Not enough Rythian railing against capitalism today. I know.
Briony's been careful not leading me into that area of the conversation.
And another thing.
And another thing about capitalism that sucks. Because there are many things. I did basically, a long time ago, come to the conclusion that what ruined the world is the stock market. Stock market ruined the world once people decided that was a thing that existed and that people could make money without doing anything by just basically putting money on other companies. Because once that happened, it became a rule and function of the systems of the world that there always needs to be more money made. Always needs to be more money. And more so than just a human's normal greed, which is bad enough. It's systemized greed that forces greed at that point. And that has ruined the world because every company and every place ever, ultimately they all go public, and that means they have to always make more money. And at certain points, that comes with sacrifices to things that are important.
It's going to
It
be
sucks.
the very top of this, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh, a little bit there.
Oh, it's this wall.
A. Okay. Which other wall?
Is it still this one? It's still this one, yeah. Over here.
Yeah.
There we go. Hey, job complete.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh man, that was so dirty, and we've cleaned up so much.
Filthy. Where did the dirt
Filthy.
go?
Oh, that feels good. I like watching this bit. We gradually get everything. Very nice.
Nice.
$900. All right, let's just get a quick motor car done.
Boop. Oh yeah, we've only got 22 minuten. Probably less. TJ, my angel, my Valentine, technically. I did make you a Valentine's card.
Hills of ice for you.
Is there a stream on
Did do.
after our one? Do we have to stop promptly? Oh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Go.
Just wondering if we need to be prompt. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
there's so much dinging.
Ding, 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 ding.
I want there to be
Then again-
one for a Lego house, and just every brick is just like bam, 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 bam.
That'd be great. You done the Tomb Raider ones, right? What do you clean in that one? Like her
I've
fridge,
only
her
done-
mansion?
The butler in the fridge.
Yeah.
It's the mansion itself, then the obstacle
Okay.
course and the quad bike, then the speedboat and jeep, and then the maze.
Okay.
I've not done the maze yet. That's the one I'm on
Cool.
at the moment.
I don't think I have them because I have this on Game Pass and I don't think I get the DLCs.
Oh, that's butts.
I mean, I just buy them. Like that's what you did, I imagine, on for Steam.
No, you just
Right?
get them on Steam.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Huh. Maybe it is free as well then. I don't know.
Oh, is it the trophy room
Right.
next? Ah. I'm not up to that bit. But to be honest, I don't really know Tomb Raider that well, so I'm doing it because it's
Yeah.
fun, but it's sort of washing over me a little bit.
My favorite Tomb Raiders was the middle trilogy that most people don't think about. Most people, when they hear about Tomb Raiders, think of the old school ones, like the one back when the triangle titties.
Those
back
are the
on
ones
the
I
PlayStation.
sort of played, but I
Yeah.
So I more watch my brother play and had a turn every now and then. I didn't really properly play it.
Or people think of the new ones, the sort of Tomb Raider in 2013, and then Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the one where she doesn't really use the double guns anymore. She has a bow. She's all survival. She takes tons of
She
damage.
has a
and
bow,
died all the time, you know.
so
yeah.
she's feeling cute. Like, I'm just gonna put a little bow on. I'm gonna accessorize. I'll do it. Oh, you
know
mean a
what a bow
hunting
and arrow
bow?
is. You do know what a bow and arrow is. Don't be foolish, Briony. Don't.
I thought you meant like she has triangle titties in one, and then there's the one where she has a bow. I was like, that's cute. That's cute.
No, that's not what I meant. But I specifically prefaced it by saying she doesn't have her double guns. Oh, did you think guns meant boobs? I see.
No, her big muscly arms.
I see, yeah.
She got the guns, got a bow. I mean, to be fair, like, bow, and bow are all,
And then bow.
yeah.
Ish.
It's a legitimate language.
It is, but it sucks.
Like, oh, you got a bow? No bow. No, you got a bow. Oh.
It's a bow. I see, okay. And then there's bow, and then it's BOUGH as well, which is
Like-
also bow.
Everyone, when Breath of the Wild 2 was announced, and everyone's like, Tears of the
Is
Kingdom?
it Tears of the Kingdom or Tears of the Kingdom? It's Tears of the Kingdom. It's Tears. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My favorite thing is asking those questions in text. Is it Tears of the Kingdom or Tears of the Kingdom?
My
Oh, it's
favorite
Tears of the
thing-
Kingdom.
My favorite thing is when you're on a subreddit and someone said something really pedantic and someone just replies, potato, potato.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, Fender.
There's a joke in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is like, oh, tomato, tomato. Tomato? No, I'm pretty sure it's tomato.
What part of a bike is a fender?
Fender bender. This thing. The front.
Ooh.
Fender bender is when you hit into something so that bends. But that didn't seem to help much.
Once again,
There we
there you go. And then a spoke set. What is a spoke set?
That'll be on the wheel, the spokes. Spokes of a wheel.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Cool. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna go tons over, but yeah, so we don't need to worry if we're like 10 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Sweet. The motorbike and sidecar has been cleaned.
Sue Berry.
I like the Reboot trilogy best, mostly because filthy bleeding Lara murdering dudes is super hot. Well, I mean, I don't disagree, but I don't know. I really like the middle trilogy, Legend and Anniversary and Underworld. I think that was a really fun series of games, and my favorite bits of Lara. I also liked that Lara voice actor a lot, and it was fun. Cool.
I don't know if that. I'd like to. It's the same with like Uncharted. I'd like to do the puzzly bits of them, but the shooty parts, I'm like, meh.
Yeah. Rythian, do you have Data Anomaly or another type? Yeah. That's what I have. That's my type of colorblindness. We are two humble confections, brother and sister, living on our own in the woods of a national park, and there's absolutely nothing strange about that. We're also the creators of the finest gingerbread. I know you're pushing me with your water, I know. To grace the country, but we stay on top. We need constant reinvention. Our dream is to become a grubby gutter, affecting our ability to dream and wonder. Can you come and restore our cottage? And with it, our creative flow. Danke. Hansel and Gretel. H&G Hexenjager, as in witch hunters. All right. Let's get to work on this one.
The roof of this is filthy. How do you even get a house this filthy?
I know. It seems unrealistically filthy sometimes.
Filthy. I'm looking forward to... There's a game called Solar Punk.
Yeah.
And it seems to be like a very... Like, because I don't really like survival-y games. But that seems to be a sort of wholesome-ish survival game, question mark? Maybe I've just, like, not...
Solar Punk is a genre of futurology stories that generally has a more positive feel to it. Like, as opposed to Cyberpunk, which is very much a dystopia of, like, what if corporations basically ruin everything and, you know, even transhumanism only becomes another crutch, etc., etc. It's a very negative look to it, even though the aesthetic can be really appealing and cool and very stylish and, you know, neon and that sort of thing. Solarpunk is more of a utopia feel. Like, okay, what if future and things go really well and look really cool?
Yeah.
So that you have this thing of like, we reintegrate with nature, make use of clean energy, and things generally go well. It's a more positive type of thing, more a utopia than a dystopia. So naming a game after it gets some brings up some expectations, I think.
Is there still a glitch where everyone accidentally has their wanger out? Or is that not a...
I mean, that was fixed pretty quickly in Cyberpunk, but yeah.
I don't know why I found it so funny when it happened.
Because penises are funny.
Well, I think it's just more that it's just such a ridiculous thing to... I think it's the karma of the crunch.
Yeah.
I think that's what it
I can
is.
agree.
It's such a, like, you rushed your game? This is what you get. You get clipped wangers. Is this what you wanted?
Because it's what you've gotten. This is it. This is the deal.
Oh. It's just that they should give devs the time they need.
Sometimes delays help a lot. Sometimes they don't help at all. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely needed. Games are hard, man. And sometimes, like, you've made mistakes early that can't be fixed easily.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk has been a lot to fix Cyberpunk, and I think ultimately now the game is still in a pretty good state, and I've really enjoyed playing through it. But yeah, they promised the world and they couldn't deliver.
I
and
also I don't like this thing of that a lot of games seem to be doing now, which is like the early access release, where it's like yeah, it's nice that you. I mean, sometimes
I don't like early access at all, basically, but yeah.
I obviously played a lot of Played Up before it was released, and I really enjoyed being part of that process. But I think for a game, like, it works for that sort of game, whereas when it's...
Arguably, that it didn't for me, right? Because to me, I played Up a few times, briefly. You roped me into it or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I guess this could be fun. But for me to really start to enjoy it, it needed a lot of stuff that came later. such as
Okay.
music, which was a big deal. Like that, until there was music for me, I feel like it lacked a lot. But then once music came in from Sam, it was like, all right, this is good. And
Yeah.
now there were much more. There were more things. There were more uh, uh, food. There were more machines, and all of a sudden, it's like this feels complete now. And
Yeah.
now that I play it, I get to enjoy it. For you and other early access people, I'm sure there's a level of excitement of like seeing them gradually come in as you play, but
Yeah.
not for me. Like for
That's
me,
fair
I want it
dues.
to be finished. I said this as well. Like you and I had a very different experience playing Hades, because Hades is a game I played
Oh
early access,
yeah.
and it was very good, but it was also unfinished. Like not all the weapons were in. The aspects of the weapons weren't in. Half the characters didn't really have their finalized art. They sometimes wasn't even the entire zone wasn't put in. Not all the gods were in, that type of thing. Like
Yeah.
so. Like yeah, it was still really good because the base gameplay of it was fantastic. They just had a really good core, but I reached a certain point and I stopped playing because I
Yeah.
was like, this is cool, but it's just gonna get better. If I just don't play anymore, it's just gonna get better.
Where's
Then
like
eventually, like 1.0 comes out, and oh boy, now it's just an amazing time. It's got all the cool stuff and all of this added, and even just a small thing like smaller things that people thought were a little bit meh have now been changed because of patches and updates, and I just had like such a great experience at that point.
with Coral Island? Like I was really enjoying that, but it just is still early access, and it just
Yeah.
had a lot of stuff like it's sort of that Stardew-esque type thing, and it would have
Yeah.
events, and then it would just be like, the first event of spring, so I guess the equivalent of the flower dance, and it just sort of popped
Yeah.
up with a thing saying to be added, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna stop playing this now because I
Yeah.
may as well just play it when it comes out and I actually get to
Exactly.
play the stuff.
That's the thing about early access for me. Like I can see how that's useful for developers, but that's why you have beta tests and people who play the game at your company.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, as much as I understand the value of it, and I don't, necessarily blame people. I don't pay to beta test a game for you
Yeah.
because oftentimes it can also take away the fun of it. Because if you have to, what happens? So Baldur's Gate 3 came out a couple of years ago, and they've only released like the first act of 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And you only go up until level 4 or 5. So, and oftentimes with these patches as well, they wipe your saves. Like, oh, you've gotten this far, but new time, you have to restart because we changed everything.
Yeah.
So the save files are going to be restored. And I'm like, if I did that, I would play through Act 1 multiple times, and I'd probably really enjoy it. But the 7th time I'm doing it, it's gonna be and then I'm supposed to keep playing it and still be excited, and then when the entire full game comes out, I'm gonna do it again. I will have lost so much interest in it.
Yeah.
Like I know I'm gonna really enjoy that game, but I just decided I'm not touching that in early access. I'm waiting until it's finished, and then we're going.
That's fair dues. I guess there are like some games that there are some games I would play in early access because it is exciting to just get that first, like in the same way that I might try out like a demo of a game, I guess.
Yeah.
And then if it's not out for a while and I can come back to it, and I will have probably forgotten everything that I already did in it. But when it's like early access, now it's released, I'm like, no, that's too soon. That's too soon to
Yeah.
start replaying it to play all the stuff you've added.
Yeah. I just don't do early access really, which is making me wonder about Hades 2, because I think Hades 2 is going to be early access as well.
Oh.
And I looked at how I enjoyed Hades a lot more once it was finished. But man, am I gonna be able to stop myself from playing Hades 2? Because that was so good,
I probably won't have finished the first one by then.
Well, you haven't played it in a bit, right? Because you finished it, but then you haven't streamed it much more, right? So,
I haven't played.
yeah,
I've not done any. I've only done one full
yeah.
escape.
Escape.
So yeah, I do have a lot more to do. Oh, there's the
Yeah.
ladder. Hello.
I think it's worth it. I think it's absolutely worth doing.
Yeah. Ooh.
There's still so much story to finish. Once you've done your 10 escapes, then you can quit. I think that's fair. Even though there's still more stuff to do after that. But I think you've
Yeah.
done the biggest bit once you've done
Well,
your
I
10
really
escapes.
enjoy it, but I always become very aware of because I like to do variety streamer. Sometimes
Yeah.
if I do find myself getting, I say this when I played Power Wash 3 days this week, but I sometimes if I find myself,
And the amount you have played up as well, to be fair.
yeah,
Yeah. Variety! You mean played up in Power Wash? Yes!
variety of games
That's
that begin with
two
P.
different variety. Yeah.
So I thought I would give people a little break from Hades just for a bit.
Yeah.
And now I've done an escape, I feel like I'm allowed to play it off stream as well. So I have been playing it
Yeah.
a little bit. But I guess I'll try and do my 10th escape on stream when I come back to it.
Yeah. That'd be big.
Will it be Poggers?
I would say so, yeah.
Oh
pretty
my
poggers.
gosh. I was saying...
I have found my new favorite PogChamp, actually.
Oh.
And that is FrogChamp.
Frog!
FrogChamp is the best one. Is there FrogChamp in this channel? Do we have FrogChamp?
Frog jump?
I don't know. That's a different one. It's not a Pepe. It's a different frog. It's cool. It's cute. We have it on our Discord.
I found a t-shirt. Wait, did I tell you about it? About the
Yeah,
t-shirt I found?
man, I like frogs.
Yeah, I really want that
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's nice.
Is this done? Is this... Oh. I thought I saw a little thing pop up then. Did I not? Oh. Oh. Ah. It's the wall. Whoa.
How do you get a house get this dirty? It's not very realistic.
Hurricanes. A hurricane's dirty? I've never
Maybe.
seen a hurricane. Oh, yeah, they must be pretty dirty, right? If they've picked up dirt. If they're dirty.
Yeah.
Wait, am I
Naughty
thinking of...
boy.
I'm thinking... Nasty boy. Dirty boy. I think I'm thinking of tornadoes. I don't think I was even... I've sort of forgotten what a hurricane is now. Hurricane's just big wind, isn't
which is
it?
which, yeah.
But a tornado is a... Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Hurricanes
Tornado is the
are
one
what?
that has the storm, like the little spiral shape.
Yes.
That catches people in the middle.
Oh, I should have remembered because of Sharknado.
Yeah, it wasn't called Sharky Cane, was it?
I feel very silly now.
You should have thought more clearly.
I was thinking of watching Jaws again because I watched Jaws only as a child, and I'm wondering, is it still scary or was it just scary because I was a child?
When I was in film school, or film class, I guess is the better term because I only did like one course. We watched Jaws, and then
Is it called yours in Swedish?
No, it was just called. It's called the shark. It's called the shark. So it was not as interesting, honestly. But yeah. Then we had an assignment to make a trailer based on the movie. So we got sound library and the entire movie to work with, and then we just had to cut it together to be X long.
Yeah.
We did it. Our group did a basic job. Basically, it was fine. But one of the groups turned it into a comedy, like a drinking comedy, which is really great. I love that stuff when they a trailer makes a movie look like something innocent. It's pretty funny.
Like the horror Mary Poppins.
Yeah. Or the teen romance comedy Harry Potter, Half-Blood and the Prince, whatever it's called. Yeah, that stuff. It's funny.
Editing.
Pretend.
One of the interesting things about The Last of Us is they've been releasing different trailers for that based on like, do you want to see a horror? Do you want to see a drama? Do you want to see? And they've edited them to be, which it makes sense to try and get more.
It makes sense, but
appeal.
it's also lies. It's just lies because you can't pretend it's only one type of show because it isn't. It's multiple things. But that's something I guess you have to think of when you watch a trailer. Like it's been shown to do a certain thing, right? So
Yeah.
and it's yeah. I don't know.
I don't like trailers where you basically see the entire film and you're like, well,
Yeah.
won't go watch that now. I know everything
I've
that happens.
often I've stopped watching trailers for thing I want to see anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just gonna spoil me. And it's like some shows do like next week on your show, and I shut it off immediately because why would I want to see that? Like, if I already like the show and I'm gonna watch, why would I want to be spoiled by that? There's no reason.
Yeah. I guess that is something that still stems from that thing of like, we've got to keep them watching, got to tease them.
Gotta keep them watching. Gotta tease them for the next one. Yeah.
Whereas like when I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, like I didn't watch the trailer for that because I was like, I don't want to know anything.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer either. I was just told it's really good and basically just to step into it knowing nothing.
Don't look it up. Go watch it.
And I did, and it was great.
Yeah. I'm glad I saw that at the cinema. In Finland, Jaws is called Killer Shark. Ah. Which is a bit
It's just
literal.
called the
That's
shark.
spoilers, that is.
I thought it was going to be a nice shark when I went to go watch it.
I used to think that Jaws the shark lived under my bed and I was scared of him.
How did that make sense?
It didn't make sense. But my dad pointing out
Because I watched
sense
enough
didn't help.
stuff. I watched enough stuff about sharks as a kid that I was a little bit scared of sharks. So whenever I was in the ocean or like a sea or whatever, I'm like, what if there's a shark? There could be a shark, But at least I was in water when I thought about that. You were just in your bed.
What if it was a waterbed? It was not.
Well,
Have you ever slept
it
on
still
a
doesn't make
waterbed?
sense. Me either. I wonder if they're comfy.
Yeah, because I can see why they would be. Like, in my head, they should be good for your back, but apparently they're really awful for your back.
Yeah.
I would have thought there'd be, like, perfect support, but I guess
But I
they
guess
make you
because
sleep
they
great.
don't.
They don't actually support anything. They're just
Because I think the idea is like they don't really support you. They just yield entirely to you,
yeah.
so that you don't actually get any proper support.
Yeah.
Like a mattress is built to like soften and support and like hold you. Stop it! I'm there doing work.
Hold you like an Enderman holds his block.
You're right, I guess. It doesn't have to be.
I wish he would hold me.
Our series doesn't have to be, canon to BlackRock. So I don't have to be the same Rythian.
Yeah.
I don't have to have the same history with the Enderman. And the Enderman's history can be different in our show. You're right.
Yay.
It's something I just really like to do. Minecraft and BlackRock was such a big part, so whenever I get the chance to sort of even just idly reference or remember or talk about it, I sort of can't really help myself. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
How am I meant to get up here? Oh, that worked.
Ding, ding.
Perfect.
Within the multiverse of madness. Yeah, it could be an alternate dimension. And in this dimension, Rythian had a nice life. He lived forever. And then one day he just met a girl in a bunny outfit and a very weird looking chef, I guess.
A
I don't know what she is.
salesman.
Salesman.
I think she's Beedle.
Yeah, oh yeah, I guess she is, yeah. But not just Beetle, right? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows what that crusty doggo is up to, eh?
A weird doggo.
What is Princess Bride called in Sweden?
I don't actually know. I'll look it
What's
up.
ET called in Sweden? Because surely it doesn't stand for... Is it the initials for...
No, that was just called ET, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
But which wasn't really an explanation.
Hmm.
We stopped renaming a lot of movies eventually.
Yeah.
Apparently Scandinavia banned ET for kids under 11.
Oh.
Interesting.
What part of it was meant to be... Was it that it was scary or that it was teaching them too much love? I don't really remember ET. I don't like ET.
I don't know.
I don't like his little hands.
Maybe it was just scary because for kids, maybe they couldn't. Obviously, not all kids speak English very well, and we don't really dub movies except for like for literal babies and cartoons. We don't
Yeah.
really dub movies. So then it's the weird monster walking around making weird noises. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it was just scary for kids.
What's Batman called in Swedish?
So this one makes no sense. It's called the leather flap. Again, like he's not called that anymore. Now he's just called Batman, right?
Yeah.
And you'd think he would be translated into like the Batman, so Vladimir's mannen. But no, from his Läderlappen, which is like leather flap. That's basically what that means.
Wow.
Very weird. I'm glad we moved on from this age in Sweden where we had to translate everything. Because they sounded, a lot of the translations were bad and weird.
Yeah. What about Robin? What was Robin called?
I think he was just called Robin, which makes no sense. Or no, he might have been called Ledhocken. I'm not sure.
Wait, what is
I'm
that like
Googling.
leather boy or something?
No, it's Red Hawk, basically, is what it means. Or, you know, red, yeah, like a Red Robin.
Okay.
Die Fledermaus.
Like the opera.
Yeah, that was also translated into Läderlappen.
There you go.
But Die Fledermaus is German. That's not Swedish. Sorry, but yeah. But it sounds similar because Fledermaus is bat in Swedish.
Oh,
also
like a
flavor-
flat. Wait,
mouse.
is it called flat mouse? Is that what you call bats?
Sort of, yeah. A flap mouse, yeah.
Oh no, you're right. English is silly.
No, listen. I've never said Swedish is better. I've never said that my language is better. Swedish is very dumb as well.
But yours is done
But-
in a really cute way. I
Swedish
want
is
to
pretty
call
dumb
them
too.
flat
There,
mouse.
there are less logical stuff in it, absolutely, but there's still plenty. But yeah, I've never said Swedish is better.
That makes me very happy.
But you know, makes sense in a way. Like bats, like if you would remove the wings from a bat, it would look kind of like a mouse.
Oh, I love bats.
Yeah.
We had a bat in at work once, and he was really angry. Like, understandably so.
Because he didn't want to be at work.
What? Because, you know... Oh, I wish they would ban them, honestly. I hate them with a passion. But, you know glue traps that people have
Yeah.
for, like, catching little things? Some
Yeah.
dumbass decided it would be a good idea to hang one in a bloomin' like outside in their garden. So then it got a bat stuck in it. So we had to take this little bat and we had to cover him in oil to get the glue off. He was so tiny and so angry. I've never seen something so small filled with so much rage. Bless him. But he was fine. We oiled him up and released him. And he was all good. Poor little baby. But yeah, they have a way, like those really tiny bats. The flying foxes and stuff, like the big ones they have like the long noses and they're a lot more traditionally cute. Whereas the tiny ones just have these stubby little faces that are just filled with rage.
Yeah.
I love them.
Not really pets though, are they?
That was when I found out what lube meant, yes, when I lubed up a bat. Oh, it is 5:10. My tummy is a rumbling.
How did that happen? It was like 20 minutes ago, 1 minute ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
That's science.
All right, well, we're 2/3 done with this. I guess that's a decent enough time.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm on the roof. Or the house flap, as you call it in Swedish.
No, I don't. Stop it. Stop. Get back here. The house flap. That's not what it's called. Yeah, all right. We're 10 minutes past. I'm getting hungry too. What are you having for food?
I think pesto pasta is on the menu tonight.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna have some pasta too. Some pasta bolognese.
Nice bolognese.
Bolognese. Yeah, this flew by. Particularly the second half really flew by. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
next
of course
week though,
missed Kirsty and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, Kirsty, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Next week, minor craft for real. We're gonna go back to it. We should have our new mods installed as well. It's not a ton of mods, just like graveyard where we die, sorting our inventory, and like a minimap. I think that's all we.
Yeah, just quality of life stuff.
Yeah, because we don't like some. Duncan was like, "You guys should play Vault Hunters." That's and I'm like, Briony hasn't even played Minecraft before, and I've barely touched it in years. I don't think that's a bit too much. It's actually not that much, and I'm like, "You liar! It's absolutely a ton." There's so many mods installed, and the entire thing is like, "Oh, but you unlock them slowly." Yeah, but it's not done. There's so much we haven't even seen in normal Minecraft. We don't need to jump ahead.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, exactly. Vault Hunters is not intro to Minecraft. Which is what we want to do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was seeing if I could get 2% more, but I don't think we can.
Oh. I want us to get to 69.
The weed number.
Yeah. That's the weed number.
Oh, wait. Oh.
58. I mean...
No!
Yeah. Okay, Stop. Yeah, we did it. We should have stopped, honestly. TJ was right. We should have stopped right before. 68.9%. We should have stopped that, but no, we did it.
Well, everyone,
yeah.
thank you for watching. Rythian, where can you be found doing what next you do?
You can see me next tomorrow. And this time on this channel. Me, Silas, Bree, and Nilesy are now the board lords, and we're gonna play board games on this channel.
Nice.
It's really fun. Don't miss it. It should be an exciting time and a chill time, both. Other than that, I will be seen on my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Rythian, on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Rythian, and of course on the Ogscast channel as well. We will be playing Minecraft with Kirsty next week. and I will be playing Lawyer Game, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, with Briony next week as well.
Probably for the last
That's the plan.
time if we don't talk too much.
Unless we talk too long, yeah.
Yup.
Yeah,
Nice.
which is a risk.
Well,
What about you, Bronkley?
I will be 10 a.m. bunny stream on my channel, and I swear I meant to do something on Monday, and I cannot remember what it is. So I'll spend my weekend trying to remember what I said I would do on Monday. If anyone knows, please let me know. I know what I'm doing on Tuesday.
Yeah?
I swear I was meant to do something on Monday. I don't know. Well, thank you everyone for watching and chilling and chatting. And have a lovely weekend, everybody.
Yeah.
Have
And we'll see you when we see you.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And thank you, TJ.
Wait,